Card Lines Breaks, people. How are you? It's James. It's Wednesday afternoon. We are here for a case break. This is my first case break with Card Lines. I'm excited. We're going to be breaking Donruss Megas. We got a little bit of time here. We're looking to kick that off at noon. We're going to have Jeff doing the clickety-clacking with the moderating. He's also going to be doing the opening. So we're going to try to keep it moving a little bit here. So Jeff's going to be helping out by doing some opening. You can see on the overhead camera, and I'll show you this later. Right here is our case. It's still sealed. You can see the mega box for Donruss. Again, Jeff's going to be helping us out because one of the things we're going to do today is we're going to try to run a bunch of live stuff too. So if you're interested in any live items, we want you to kind of let us know in the chat. We've got some packs, looking at baseball card packs, looking at some soccer packs. We've got some progressive lots that we can run. We've got a couple oversized football cards that we can throw out there. Got a number of slabs that we can throw out there. Some lots of some slabs. So if you are in the chat, if you're in the eBay side of things and you're interested, I'll run some things randomly too. But if there's something you're more interested in, you can let me know. We really don't have any singles today that we're running for eBay Live, but we do have a bunch of things we're running. But we also will have some giveaways to work with. These are our buyer's givvies for those of you that were a part of the break, so I'll show you those later too. But everybody that bought spots in the break will have a chance to win for the buyer's givvy there. And then these will be our hit counter givvies. So we always do, when we do our break, we always do our hit counters. So you can participate in that whether you're in the break or not. So if you're just jumping into the eBay Live room, thanks for being in with us, and stick around and have some fun. So again, we're going to run some live things before we get the break going. I want to show you some packs. I want to show you some slabs. If you have interest in a particular item, you can let me know. If you are in our breaks already, we're going to combine shipping for these. If you're not in the breaks, obviously once you buy multiple things, shipping will combine as well. But shipping will obviously be part of it. So if you're in the breaks, we'll refund some shipping later. But we're going to get a few live items going right away. Again, Jeff's back there on the mod, so you can say hi. And again, it's always great to have him doing the work back there because he's awesome. So there we go. Max might pop in a little bit too, and Max is great too. So we're going to run our first round, just a couple of one-off packs that we've got available. Some nice 2022 Bowman right here. You get 10 cards in the pack. That's $4. So we're going to run that. Again, you got to be on the eBay side. So I see a number of people on YouTube. That's great. But if you are interested in bidding at all, you do have to be on the eBay side. So this is a Bowman 2022 pack. Again, I love Bowman just because you get some of those prospects. It's part of the reason I really like Donruss too. I've come to really enjoy the prospects and the younger guys. Those first Bowman cards are great. But if anybody's interested, $4 for a pack. We can rip it. We can ship it. Completely up to you. If anybody wants to jump in on that, again, you've got to be on the eBay side in order to do that. And I will tell you guys that are in right now, we currently don't have a live buyer's givey planned, but this is Card Lines Breaks. This is what we do, right? If we end up finding a lot of involvement, if we end up selling a lot of live stuff, we will absolutely find a way to reward you guys for that. So again, if we end up selling a bunch of slabs, I plan on maybe throwing another slab up there as a giveaway. If we sell a bunch of packs, we can get a pack, or maybe even something bigger up there. So again, if you're interested in jumping in, you can do that. All right, here's a 2023 Heritage Hobby Pack. So this is out of a hobby box. This is $5 if anybody's interested. Again, we can rip, we can ship. 2023 Heritage Hobby. So again, a lot of baseball packs today, guys. Again, we do have some soccer packs if anybody's interested. But really, baseball and soccer packs are where we're going for the live today. So if you have any interest, you can let us know. And again, for those of you that are in, thanks for being in. If you're in because you're part of the Donruss break, again, we'll be getting that going very shortly here. Just want to see if there's any live stuff that catches anybody's fancy. All right. Kind of move down the line here and offer up another opportunity. So this is going to be a Topps Series 2. So these are 2 packs from a blaster. Okay, so 2 packs from a blaster, $7.50 for 2 Topps Series 2, 2026. So the most recent release. Right there on that Topps Series 2. $7.50. Anybody's interested, we can rip it, we can ship it. Again, if you have something in particular, if you're like, hey, let's get to one of those progressive lots, or I'd like to see, because I will say I've got basketball and football when it comes to slabs. And if anybody's looking overhead, by the way, right now, Jeff is on the overhead. You can see him working over there. There he is. And he is currently opening our case. So since we hit noon to sports cards, what do I want to feel overwhelmed? There's a lot. That's a very fair response, big cards. Honestly, get what you like. So I'd love to be like, I'm a super expert. I know all these things. I can help you. I honestly, like, I got back into the hobby. I was out of it for quite a while. And my biggest thing was I wanted to collect Brewers prospects because I'm a huge Milwaukee Brewers fan. And so I went for things like I wanted to get Bowman because I wanted to get those Brewers prospects cards. I wanted to get, honestly, like Select and Prism from Panini. I like those because they had those younger guys. They had, at the time, I was excited when I was getting Joey Wiemers a few years ago when he was really a prospect. Didn't pan out, but was great at the beginning of the year for Washington. But that's where I went. So I guess my suggestion would be, what do you like? Like, in terms of what do you want to get, what do you like? Or are you really getting into it as an investment and hoping to make money off of it? In which case, then, then you're looking for, you want to hit that big card, right? Bowman firsts are pretty big on that. Certainly you can look to, where NFL, you're looking for rookie quarterbacks. So I guess it's kind of your call in a lot of ways. I would say numbered cards, parallels, autographs, relics, those are pretty big. Just a new Rockies fan, anything Rockies. Actually, funny story, we opened a couple of hobby boxes of Donruss just on Monday and somehow did not find a single Rockies card in there, which is too bad. But Rockies, honestly, like, I actually like collecting Rockies right now because sometimes in breaks you can get them at a pretty low price. And they've got some really nice prospects with Ethan Holiday, Charlie Condon. So, I mean, those are places to look. Again, Donruss is a spot where you can find Ethan Holiday, Charlie Condon. We do have, I'll bring up these, Bowman 2026. So these Bowman 2026 would have a chance at getting Charlie Condon, Ethan Holiday, those that are in there. I want to make sure I get down to the proper listing here so I don't jump you. But I'll run these in case you have interest. And if not, that's okay. All right. So these are $4 a piece. We've got another box of them if you're interested, but we'll run it. If you are interested, again, if you're not in on the break, you pay shipping. We can rip it, open it for you, or we can ship it to you. Completely up to you. But you can also, one thing you can do is go onto eBay and look for listings. Look for Rockies players you might want to see and see if there's a price that you like. One way to value a lot of these is look, and you can see, by the way, on the overhead, Jeff is currently opening. We're going to go 4 boxes at a time. So he's on box number 2 right now. Yeah, you can look for those listings that are out there. So hello down there, Scott. Thanks for joining in. Scott, we are running some eBay Live items, so if there's anything that you're interested in jumping in on that, you can. Let's go and run a couple of slabs here. Let's see if maybe basketball. Yeah, you bet. Yeah, no worries, big cards. And you can always reach out. One of the great things at Card Lines is they're super helpful. So if you need something additional, you can always reach out to us. We'll try to get you going in the right direction. All right. So this is a set of 3 slabs. And there are price tags on them because I've taken these to shows. But this is a Moses Moody rated rookie on the Pulsar out of 10. This is probably the best one in the set, in my opinion. Brandon Miller on the Hardwood Warriors from Bowman University. That's a 9. And then a Jalen Green on the Panini Prism draft pick out of 10. So that's 3 of those. And I'm going to start those off at $22. So if anybody's interested in 3 slabs at $22, the other thing I'll tell you too is we have a couple lots of these slabs. If anybody's really like, hey, I really just am interested in one of those, let me know in the chat. We can work with you. Like we can try to figure something out. But again, just want to give you guys some opportunities on some different cards. One more set of slabs I want to show just because I like these cards. I like Allen and Ginter. So big cards is a good example of, like, when I got back into the hobby, Allen and Ginter was an area I went to a lot just because they were also affordable. But these are Allen and Ginter minis, which I think are pretty cool. This is a Jackson Holiday. That's a rookie mini. And then a Satchel Paige. And the Satchel Paige is the Ginter back, the Allen and Ginter back on there. So those 2, that's a 9 on the Satchel Paige, a 7 on the Holiday. Minis sometimes are tough to grade. We're starting those at $18. So if anybody's interested in those 2 at all for $18, again, you got to be on that eBay Live side of things. We'll run that. And then we're gonna try a progressive lot here and see what happens. If we don't really get a whole lot on that, then you know what, we'll move into our Donruss break and we'll go from there. Okay, so we are going to go with, this is kind of a cool lot. So these are the Mickey Mantle inserts that track his home runs. All right, and I just have to find my proper listing up here, so give me a half second. So these are Mickey Mantle, and what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 cards. Oh, hey, Scott, over into the eBay Live now. If there's anything you're looking for live at all, Scott, let me know. Otherwise, we are going to get going on our case break here and opening up these Donruss cards very shortly. So All right, so these are Mickey Mantle cards. There's a whole bunch of them. I'm going to start with two. So they chronicle as home runs. So that's home run 342. That's home run 503. Okay? Those two cards, I'm going to start at $2. And if we get a bid, then I'll throw another one on there. And as we keep moving, I can keep throwing more cards on there. But we got to bid as we go in order to add more cards. Okay? So I'm going to start that. We've got some time on it. Again, if you're interested, if you're in on the break, we'll combine shipping. If you start buying live and keep buying live, obviously shipping will combine. So we got Mickey Mantle 503 and 342. If we get a bid, we'll throw in 504 right there as well. But we got to catch one bid to get us on to $2. Then again, if you bid there, that's 3 of these cards for $2. So 66 cents a card if you're doing the math on that. All right, right. If we get it up high enough, if we can get it up to $5, we've got an Allie Reynolds out of $3.99. I know that's not Mickey Mantle, but that's a Yankee numbered. So again, if we're interested in that. And so that's what we're doing right now. Progressive lots. Let me bring this up here so we can at least see. There's the Mick. Right there, we've got 2 cards so far. Again, if we catch a bid at all, we'll add another one, 504 on there. If not, then we will move forward with the Donruss break. So, Scott, are you just stopping in to say hi and see what's up? Or I'm just looking at our team list. It doesn't look like you're in the Donruss break right now, unless you go by a different name with what you've... Oh, no, Scott H. I'm assuming that's you. Do you have the Reds? Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right. Hey, I mean, this isn't a hobby box, but I did pull a Barry Larkin, Deion Sanders downtown duo a couple weeks ago out of Donruss. It was a pretty cool card. So that's sweet. We have a regular that's a big Reds fan that comes in here too, Andrew, and we're always, I think card lines, we've come to like the Reds. Right? I'm a hardcore Brewer fan, but I like pulling good Reds cards. That's for sure. So, all right, no takers on that progressive lots. Life in the Paint, how are you? Thanks for joining in. Like to see you down there. We are doing a couple eBay live things, but we're going to get going in the Donruss break right now. Looks like Jeff is opening 5 boxes. Did you go 5?
Yeah, 4 sets of 5. I swear to God.
Okay, Jeff, he called it audible on me. He has the authority to do that. I like when you pull good red cards too. There we go. Today we're going to really like when we pull good red cards, Scott. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 4 sets of 5. So what I want to do, we're going to shift over from our live options. We'll do some more of these. We'll take some breaks. We do football quite a bit, Life in the Paint. There's a lot of football we do. I have some football slabs and some oversized football for lives if you're interested at all. So I've got like an Ashton Genty on the oversized mosaic. You can't see it there. Got to put it back there. So is Jeff going rogue? Jeff is going rogue, but here's the thing. Jeff has the authority to go rogue. He can do that. So if you're interested in any of that, we have done some Pokemon breaks. So that's there. So Life in the Paint, you'd have to jump over to eBay if you wanted to bid. I can show you I've got 3 oversized options. There's a Caleb Johnson, there's a Tet McMillan, and then there's an Ashton Genty. And so those are all individually listed for lives. If you are interested in them, just to give you a sense of it, again, you'd have to be over on the eBay side. But the Caleb Johnson I've got at 8 as a starting bid. The Tet McMillan I've got at 15, as a starting bid. And the Ashton Genty I've got at 16 as a starting bid. And so if you are interested in those, you just have to jump over to our eBay live. And then at one of our intermissions here, I can run some of those for you. I've also got a few, I've actually got a number of football slabs in there. So for Pokemon, we don't have anything particularly today, but we have run some Pokemon breaks. We've done some different things, and we've had some live Pokemon. I know on Monday we sold a couple Pokemon packs. But if you just keep an eye out on our eBay lives, if you keep an eye on our eBay listings, you'll see some of that stuff too. So, all right, without further ado, we're going to get our team list up there. So I do want to say thank you to Timothy C. with the Diamondbacks. Timothy C.'s loving the Donruss, and we appreciate you for buying the different spots. Christopher P. with the Braves. Orioles are Mike R. Red Sox are Christopher P. Cubs are Roboys. White Sox are Adam L. Reds are Scott H. hanging out with us in the eBay chat. The Guardians are Michael L. Rockies are Jonathan C. Tigers are John S. Astros are Daryl D. Royals are Lloyd S. Angels are Chip J. Dodgers are Timothy C. Marlins are Matt S. Brewers are Jose V. Twins are Donald S. Mets are Timothy C. Yankees are Jonathan C. A's are John K. Phillies are Benjamin M. Pirates are Brandon Q. Padres are Clarence H. Giants are Timothy C. Mariners are Dennis T. Cardinals are Christopher P. Rays are Clarence H. Rangers are James. I believe it says Orange. That's the Orange Granger. Toronto Blue Jays are Timothy C. Washington Nationals Timothy C. And we do have a spot for the Homestead Grays in Stanford. So that's Fernando G. So any Josh Gibson cards will go there. So that's our team list. Thank you to everybody for buying in on those. I do want to show you our hit counter. So for all of you that have been a part of Cardlines before, if you haven't been a part of Cardlines, again, welcome in. But you can take part in our hit counter. We will be giving away some packs. So these are 2 free packs. You can see them behind the hit counter. That'll be given away for free just because you play in the hit counter. So what's going to happen is we're going to go through all these cards. If we see a Bobby Witt Jr., an Aaron Judge, a Mizorowski, or a Skeens, they will go on the hit counter. Just a base card counts, right? And that adds 1. And then we're going to total it up. And what you're doing is guessing which one of these, Bobby Witt Jr., Aaron Judge, Mizorowski, or Skeens, is going to have more cards throughout these 20 mega boxes. To get the free pack, you make a guess on the hit counter. And so you would look at it and say, all right, I think there's going to be more Mizorowski. And then you have to guess what the total number is going to be. Now, the good news is we're going to go through half of this case before you have to lock in your guess. So you can make a guess now, but after we go through 10 boxes, that's when you're going to have to lock in and be like, that is the guess. That's where we're at. All right, so make sure you're kind of paying attention from that standpoint, but that's what we do with the hit counter. So, again, you can make a prediction now. No, you can make the prediction right there, Life in the Paint. Thanks for asking. So all you got to do is pick one of those spots, Witt Jr., Aaron Judge, Miz, or Skeens, and then give a total. Again, we're talking about 2,400 cards here we're opening, so I would guess the total is going to be in the 30s or 40s between these guys. Like, that's how many cards we're going to end up. So there we go. Orange Ranger is on it up in the eBay chat. He said Misery 26. I'm assuming he means Mizorowski. Is that what it auto-corrected to? Because I'm a Brewer fan. He does not give me misery. He gives me joy. So I would accept Joy 26 on behalf of Mizorowski more than I accept Misery 26. Now, Orange Ranger, if you're a Cardinals fan, that's all right. Total for just one, or no, the total of all 4, Scott. So you're going to guess whatever that total number is going to be here. That's currently 0. So as we add in, it's going to add up to that. So, all right, I'm going to get the hit counter off there. We're going to get rolling. Good luck to all of you. Again, thanks for buying in the spots. I do want to let you know that a lot of our rated prospects, rated rookies, those kind of cards, chromes, silvers, a lot of those are going to get sleeved off screen just to kind of keep us moving. All right, we'll start with Nick Kurtz on the base. Dick Allen, Sammy Sosa, Ken Griffey Jr., the kid. There's a Brandon Sproat for the Brewers on a rated rookie. Again, that'll get sleeved off screen. Madison Bumgarner, Colt Keith with Detroit, Dave Winfield with San Diego. Remember, in these boxes, we will get 2 autos or mem cards that come out of it. So 2 in each box. So there's a Barry Larkin on the red, white, and blue. It's a nice one. There we go, Reds right away. Let's jump in with a little bit of Reds action right away on that. And because you're here and the Reds are there, I'm going to top load that one. Probably the red, white, and blue, I won't necessarily top load every one. But there's a nice one for our hit counter. There's the Aaron Judge Statue of Liberty card. So very cool card. So the hit counter goes to 1 for Aaron Judge. There we go. So Aaron Judge with the Statue of Liberty. Good start, Scott says. Agreed. To get the first backwards card in your favor is nice. Then we've got a Kalen Culpepper. That's going to Minnesota. So that's going to be Donald S. By the way, that Aaron Judge was for Jonathan C. Again, on the Liberty border as well. I'm top loading these on screen, guys. There's a good chance I'm going to have to move on from that. But here's our first hit. We've got a Gavin Keelan from San Francisco on the Jersey Kings. It's not numbered, but still a nice one for San Fran. So congratulations, Timothy C. Danimals in the lead with Judge. All right, there we go. There's Jim Tomei on the Optic. There's a nice Trey Savage on the rated rookie with the black disco. Yeah, not numbered, but a nice parallel right there for Toronto. That's Timothy C. There's a JoJo Parker on the blue laser. Nice one for Toronto. So double back-to-back Toronto cards. Again, I'm gonna probably slow down on top loading these guys because we're gonna be we're going to be here all night if I keep doing these. But for this first kind of pack, I don't know, I'm excited. There's Marcelo Meyer with Boston. So that one's a nice one going up to Christopher P. And again, a lot of these are going to get sleeved off screen. I felt bad thinking you were a small creator. Yeah, Cardlines Breaks has been around for a little bit. We've been doing really well. Jeff has built something fantastic with Rob and Marty and everything else. So we like to keep adding new people. So we're glad you came in. There's Dax Kilby, Sean Gamble, Kellen Lindsay. Those are all rated prospects. Ryan Waldschmidt with Arizona. There's a Roman Anthony with Boston. Johnny Bench, Jimmy Fox with Philadelphia, Deion Sanders, a couple of old school Cincinnati for you, Scott. There's a Rock and Robin Yount with the Brewers, David Ortiz with Boston, Kevin Youkilis with Boston, Mike Piazza with New York, Darryl Strawberry with New York. Again, a lot of those base cards, guys, I'm not even going to flip around because it's just going to take quite a while. There's a Jason Varitek on the red, white, and blue for Boston, so going to Christopher P. There's a Franklin Arias. Nice Boston card again to Christopher P. on the Rockets border. I like those borders. I think they're fun. Hyosung Kim going to the Dodgers for Timothy C. There's a rated prospect on the Statue of Liberty card. Caleb Bonemer going to Chicago. Peyton Tolley in the rated rookie optic. There's a Johnny Bench on the laser. There we go. The Reds have done well so far, Scott. Getting where we want to go on that. Number of our parallels have been Reds. There's Johnny Bench right there. There's Josh Hammond, rated prospect on the optic. George Lombard Jr., a nice rated prospect for the Yankees. Renel Rodriguez with St. Louis. Oh, these mega box packs are going to just flip me back and forth, aren't they? Ching Sing Ko with Los Angeles. There's Blake Mitchell with Kansas City on the rated prospect. Again, those rated prospects, I'm trying to get right front or get them the right way up so that you can see them. A lot of these base, I'm just going to go through upside down. So, Vlad Guerrero Sr., Chipper Jones with Atlanta. There's a Paul Skeens on the hit counter. So we're going to get Skeens up to 1. Miggy Cabrera with Detroit. And then right after that, Jacob Mizorowski is going to come into play as well. So the Miz is going to go to 1 as well. And the hit counter's at 3. Peyton Tolley on the rated rookie. Jim Thome with Cleveland. Jimmy Crooks on the rated rookie for St. Louis. David Wright with the Mets. We've got a Pudge Rodriguez on the red, white, and blue for Texas. That one's going out to Clarence. No, I'm sorry, excuse me. That one's going out to James. Oh, James, I almost messed with you, Orange Ranger. My bad. So that one's nice Pudge Rodriguez for you. Reggie Jackson, we saw an auto of his on Monday. That was pretty sweet. So Reggie Jackson with the border. There's a nice Chase Burns on the laser out of 249. The Reds keep coming, Scott. There you go. Chase Burns out of 249, our first numbered card from the first mega. Nice one. Chase Burns has been really good this year, too. Travis Bazzana right there on the rated prospect. That's one of the top ones you're going to get. So with Cleveland, Michael L. I was looking through the checklist last night, just trying to, get myself ready again, even though I've opened a number of the Donruss. And just, it's fun to see the number of names that are in there. There's a Mizorowski on the optic. So Miz is going to go to 2 on the hit counter. Tony Lazzeri on the black disco. Brendan Summerhill on the rated prospect on the blue laser. Nice one for Tampa Bay. That's Clarence H. Clarence, I called your name before, but I got you on this one. Ethan Salas on the rated prospect. Ethan Conrad on the Chicago rated prospect. Riley Quick on the rated prospect. Caden Bodine on the rated prospect. Number 2, Matt Shaw with the Cubs. Jacob Wilson with Oakland. Josh Hamilton with Texas. Tony Lazzeri with New York. Treyas Savage on the rated rookie for Toronto. Carlton Fisk with Boston. Pat Murphy, manager for the Milwaukee Brewers. Christian Moore with Los Angeles. There's a nice Chase DeLauder on the rated rookie. Again, we just keep coming with Cincinnati. There's a Tony Perez on the red, white, and blue. So there you go. Cincinnati hot in this first box. Frank Chance on the Rockets for Chicago. Don Mattingly for the Yankees on the Statue of Liberty border. James Tibbs III, nice rated prospect on the Statue of Liberty border. Looking for nice color inserts. All right, we'll see what we can do. We got the Chase Burns out on the number. That was sweet. Miggy Cabrera on the optic. There's a nice Roman Anthony on that blue laser. Wandy Essien on the black disco for New York. This is Brady Ebel, rated prospect for the Brewers. Josua Gonzalez for San Francisco. Jose DePaula for the Dodgers. Steele Hall going for Cincinnati. So there's a Cincinnati rated prospect. Then we get to Marcelo Meyer with Boston, Bryce Matthews with Houston, Mike Schmidt with Philadelphia, Tony Perez with Cincinnati, Pi Trainer with Pittsburgh. Byung-Young Kim with Arizona, Jose Canseco with Oakland, Dwight Gooden with New York. Got a Carlton Fisk, red, white, and blue for Boston. We've seen a couple. This box is kind of giving some repeaters on some hits here, but Mike R. with Boston, nice one. There's a Carter Jensen, Kansas City rated rookie on the Statue of Liberty border. Chase Shores on the Statue of Liberty for LA, rated prospects of the Angels. That's Chip J. And then we've got our second relic of the box. That's Jamie Arnold. Nice pitching prospect for, it says Oakland. Obviously, they're playing in Sacramento right now. But the Athletics, that's the spot. So John K. getting the Jamie Arnold on the prospect Jersey Kings. Paul Skeens on the Optic. So Skeens, again, that'll get sleeved up. Skeens and Miz tied at 2. Josh Hamilton on the Black Disco for Texas. Johnny Farmel is a nice rated prospect on the Blue Laser. That's going to Seattle. So Dennis T. We were talking about Colorado before with my big cards that was getting involved. There's a nice one, Ethan Holiday. So again, we didn't see a single Colorado player in 2 hobby boxes on Monday. It was crazy. But there we go. We're at 1 box, and we're already off the schneid with these guys. So Jonathan C., there we go. Andrew Painter, rated prospect for Philadelphia. Sticking with the Rockies. Ethan Holiday for the rated prospect. Luis Hernandez with San Francisco. Luke Stevenson, rated prospect as well with Seattle. I think this is our last pack of box 1. Cam Smith, Randy Johnson, Ivan Rodriguez. There's a Bubba Chandler on the rated rookie for Pittsburgh. Bryce Eldred on the rated rookie for San Fran. Colson Montgomery, Chandler Simpson with Tampa Bay, Elston Howard with New York, Frank Chance with Chicago. We're going to get a Cleveland Jim Tomei on the red, white, and blue. Get a George Brett for Kansas City on the Statue of Liberty border. Ryan Sloan, rated prospect on the red and blue for Seattle. So congrats, Seattle. A couple hits there with Dennis T. Gavin Keelan with San Francisco on the Statue of Liberty. Chipper Jones on the Optic. David Wright on the Blue Laser for the Mets. That's Timothy C. Cruz Schoolcraft with the Padres on the Optic rated prospect. That rhymes a little. Cam Canarella with Miami rated prospect. Xavier Nayans with Houston. This is Alex Lodice with Atlanta. And then Jace Laviolette with Cleveland. Took me a while to get how to say his name, but we got it down now. So, hey, there's box 1, guys. All right, we're going to move right along. I'm going to pull box 2 out here. And we're going to keep moving. The hit counter, just a little update. Miz and Skeens are tied at 2. Judges got 1. And nothing for Bobby Witt Jr. to this point. All right, here we go. David Ortiz. Kevin Youkilis, a couple Boston to start it. Mike Piazza with New York. Darryl Strawberry with the Mets. Nick Kurtz. Dick Allen with Chicago. Sammy Sosa with Chicago. Ken Griffey Jr. Then we're going to hit a Bubba Chandler. Nice red, white, and blue for Pittsburgh on the rated prospect. Congrats, Brandon Q. Bubba Chandler, solid pitcher. Pittsburgh's got a heck of a young pitching staff. Alex Rodriguez with Texas on the Statue of Liberty border. Colt Emerson is a nice rated prospect border card. Get that for Seattle. Dennis T. Our first hit of this box already. Luis Pena from the Brewers on the Jersey Kings. Very nice. Again, as a Brewer fan, love that. He is a fantastic prospect amongst a whole bunch of really good prospects that the Brewers have in their system, which is great. So congratulations, Milwaukee. That's Jose V. Tony Lazzeri on the Optic. Jose Canseco on the Black Disco for the Athletics. Daniel Pierce on the Blue Laser. Let's go into Tampa Bay. There's a Dylan Cruz crunch time with Washington. First crunch time we've seen. Timothy C. Ike Irish on the rated prospect for Baltimore. Cruz Schoolcraft, rated prospect for San Diego. Josh Hammonds, the rated prospect for Kansas City. And Liam Doyle, the rated prospect for St. Louis. Peyton Tolley on the rated rookie for Boston. Jim Tomei, Jimmy Crooks, a rated rookie for St. Louis. David Wright, Roman Anthony, Johnny Bunch, Jimmy Fox, Deion Sanders, Robin Yount. We're going to have a Pie Trainer, red, white, and blue for Pittsburgh. So congrats there, Brandon. Ethan Petrie with Washington going out to Timothy C. That's a rated prospect on the Rocket border. Statue of Liberty border, Kazuma Okamoto for Toronto. That one's going to Timothy C as well. And then a Seth Hernandez, Pittsburgh rated prospect with the Statue of Liberty border also. Got Josh Hamilton on the optic. There's a nice Jacob Mizorowski on the blue laser. So that's going to go up this nice parallel. Again, going to the Brewers, Jose V. The other day, the Brewers were hot in our Donruss boxes as well. There's just so many good prospects that are part of it. We haven't even seen Andrew Fisher yet. That's one of the hotter cards that's there. This is a nice optic, the Iva Arquette. A lot of people think very highly of him for Miami, so that's Matt S. Congratulations. Gauge Jump rated prospect for the A's, Charles Davalon for LA, Arjun Namala rated prospect for Toronto, and then Iva Arquette again for Miami. And again, those of you, if you're just jumping in, we will sleeve a lot of these off screen to keep things moving. Carlton Fisk with Boston, Pat Murphy with the Brewers, Christian Moore with Los Angeles, Chase DeLauder, rated rookie with Cleveland, Vlad Guerrero Sr. with Anaheim, Chipper Jones with Atlanta. There's a Paul Skeens. He's going to jump back into the hit counter a little bit here. Ties up Miz. Miggy Cabrera with Detroit. Jacob Mizorowski comes right back and says, hold on, I would also like to be in play here. So the Miz jumps back in, and Miz is going to take the lead back with 4. So right now, Miz and Skeens are looking like the play. For the Brewers, Pat Murphy on the red, white, and blue card. So each pack has one of those parallels. Heston Kjerstad with the Statue of Liberty border. Zaire Hope, nice prospect for LA with the Statue of Liberty border. A.J. Russell for Texas on the laser out of 249. So you can see out of 249 right there. Congratulations to Texas. That's James. I don't know if Orange Ranger is still in the chat, but there you go. There's a numbered card. Jacob Wilson on the optic. Byung-Yoon Kim on the black disco for Colorado, or excuse me, Arizona, not Colorado, Arizona. There's a nice Luis Pena on the blue laser for the Brewers. Nice card there for Jose. Franklin Arias on the rated prospect. Vance Honeycutt on the rated prospect for Baltimore. Tommy White rated prospect for Oakland. And Marcus Phillips for Boston on the rated prospect. So if you haven't picked up the pattern, we get 4 rated prospects at the back of every pack here. Pie Trainer with Pittsburgh. Young Kim with Arizona. Canseco with Oakland. Gooden with New York. Shaw with Chicago. Wilson with Oakland. Hamilton with Texas. Lazari with New York. Trey Savage on the rated rookie for Toronto. Our red, white, and blue is going to be Jimmy Crooks on the rated rookie for St. Louis. So nice one there, Christopher P. Chandler Simpson for Tampa Bay on the Rocket border. Dave Winfield on the Statue of Liberty border with San Diego. Jamie Arnold on that Statue of Liberty border rated prospect for Oakland. All the A's again. Matt Shaw on the optic. Miggy Cabrera on the blue laser for Detroit. Jarlin Susana with Washington, rated prospect on the black disco. Charlie Condon, rated prospect for Colorado. Santucci for New York. I've read some good things about Santucci, rated prospect. Another nice New York one, Carson Bench. Ethan Petrie with Washington. That was a nice set of 4 prospects. Colson Montgomery with Chicago. Chandler Simpson, Elston Howard, Frank Chance, Marcelo Meyer, Bryce Matthews, Mike Schmidt, Tony Perez. We're going to go red, white, and blue of Darryl Strawberry. That was a fun card. New York Mets. Again, one of the things I really like about this Donruss set, it's got a lot of dudes that I grew up watching play. Just fun. No worries. Hey, we appreciate you having us on in the background too, but you get your work done the way you need to. But yeah, glad you're still around. Glad we got a numbered card for you so far out of the first 2 boxes. Colt Keith on the Statue of Liberty. There's a nice Statue of Liberty. That's Eli Willits for Washington. Rated prospect Statue of Liberty. So that one's going to Timothy C. Eli Willett's one of those top prospects you're looking for when you open a Donruss box. Jersey Kings, Ethan Holiday. So Colorado is doing exponentially better. I don't even know if it's possible to be exponentially better when the original number is 0. But doing well in today's case break. So congratulations, Colorado. Jonathan C. Happy to see that you're picking some cards out of here. So it's at Jersey Kings. Very nice. Dwight Gooden on the Optic. Durangelo Clint J with that Optic Chrome. Their Optic Silver. Nice one for Seattle. Noah Schultz on the Blue Laser. It's a nice one for the White Sox. Dick Allen on the Bomb Squad. Like those Bomb Squad cards. Kyson Witherspoon for Boston, rated prospect. Leo DeVry, another good name, rated prospect for the A's. Tate Southacene for Atlanta on the rated prospect. And Wewa Aloy is the rated prospect for Baltimore. All right, should be last pack of box 2. Michael Young, Cal Ripken, Cam Schlittler, Chase Burns, Cam Smith, Randy Johnson, Ivan Rodriguez. There's a Bubba Chandler on the rated rookie. Bryce Eldridge on the rated rookie. We're going to get another Alex Rodriguez, red, white, and blue. We had a red Alex Rodriguez parallel before as well. Madison Bumgarner on the Statue of Liberty. Luis Hernandez on the red and blue. That's for San Francisco. JoJo Parker, nice Statue of Liberty rated prospect for Toronto. Jose Canseco on the Optic. Paul Skeens, not to be outdone by Miz with a blue laser. Skeens comes through with a blue laser as well. So congrats to the Pittsburgh spot, Brandon. That's going to put a jump up on the hit counter as well. So Skeens ties Miz. Arjun Namala on the Optic rated prospect. Nice one for Toronto there. James Tibbs with LA rated prospect. Bazana for Cleveland. Nice rated prospect. Caleb Bonemer for Chicago. And Kalen Culpepper, nice rated prospect from Minnesota. Donald S. with the Twins. All right, that was box number 2. Hit counter, Miz and Skeens are at 4. Judge at 1. Witt Jr. has not arrived to the show yet. Unfortunately, kind of like Kansas City Royals have not been very good this year. All right, box 3. So we're going to go 5 boxes. We'll take a little break, run some live stuff, and then while we open some more packs. Carlton Fisk, Pat Murphy, Christian Moore, Chase DeLauder on the rated rookie. Vlad Guerrero, Chipper Jones, Paul Skeens right there, Miggy Cabrera. So let's get that Paul Skeens up there on the hit counter. So Skeens takes the lead with 5. Yeah, the Reds were not as hot in Chase 2, but hey, here's the good news, Scott. You stuck around, and there's a red, white, and blue Chase Burns, right as you spoke. So box 3 is starting off a little bit better for you than box 2 brought to it. So there you go. Chase Burns, red, white, and blue. Nice card for you as you jump in the chat. Reward for involvement. I love it. Mariano Rivera with the Statue of Liberty border for the Yankees. Justin Crawford with Philadelphia, rated prospect, Statue of Liberty. Here's our first Jersey Kings. That's Chicago, Billy Carlson. So that's we've seen all Jersey Kings relics so far. See if we run into something else at some point as well, but all Jersey Kings relics to this point. Already better than box 2. Leo DeRocher, the Optic with Chicago. Dylan Cruz on a nice black disco for Washington. Xavier Nayans, that's the name for Houston, right? Daryl D. All right, I don't think there are many rated prospects with Houston, but Xavier Nayans is a good one to get. So the blue laser is good. Daryl Strawberry with the Bomb Squad for the Mets. There's a nice Made, Jesus Made with the Brewers, #1 prospect in all of baseball. Luke Dickerson with Washington. Gavin Feen, rated prospect with Washington as well. Johnny Farmelo, rated prospect with Seattle. There is Pi Trainer, Byung-Hyun Kim, Jose Canseco. It's 2 autos or 2 mems. So far, it's been all Jersey Kings. We haven't seen an auto or a different mem at this point in time. And none of the mems have been numbered to this point. But we're only at 5. We've got a lot more to go. Dwight Gooden, Matt Shaw, Jacob Wilson, Josh Hamilton, Tony Lazzari, Trey Savage on the rated rookie. There's a Marcelo Meyer, red, white, and blue for Boston. So nice one for Christopher P. Yadier Molina for the Statue of Liberty with St. Louis. Ethan Salas on the red and blue for San Diego. Seaver King on that Statue of Liberty rated prospect. Nice one for Washington. Albert Pujols, so that's Washington, St. Louis back and forth here. Albert Pujols with the Optic. Cam Smith on the blue laser. Leo DeVry with a nice rated prospect optic. That's a nice card for the Athletics. Congrats going to John K. Cade Anderson with Seattle rated prospect. Noah Schultz with Chicago. There's a Luis Pena with the Brewers and Daniel Pierce with Tampa Bay. Bryce Eldridge rated rookie as well with San Francisco. Almost skipped past a rated rookie. Colson Montgomery, Chandler Simpson, Elston Howard, Frank Chance, Marcelo Meyer, Bryce Matthews, Mike Schmidt, Tony Perez. Josh Hamilton for Texas is going to be the red, white, and blue. That one's going out to James, having us on in the background. Jason Varitek from Boston is going to give us the Statue of Liberty border. For Detroit, Jace Jung is going to be, it's just the purple parallel. I thought that was a numbered card. I was incorrect, but nice card for Detroit. Congrats, John. Nice parallel there. Slade Caldwell, which we decided on Monday, sounds like it might be a DJ. So that's out of Arizona, rated prospects with the Statue of Liberty border. Jonah Tong, a nice optic rated rookie. Jonah Tong's definitely a solid player in the Mets system. Expect good things. Him and Nolan McLean, two very young pitchers that have a lot of potential with the Mets. Cool Bo Jackson Black Disco. Cam Cannarella from Miami for the blue laser. So nice one there. Rated prospect Jefferson Rojas for Chicago. Mitch Voigt for New York. Casey Cunningham rated prospect Arizona. Kevin McGonigal, nice rated prospect for Detroit. All right, Luke Keyshaw, Michael Young, Cal Ripken, Cam Schlittler, Chase Burns, Cam Smith, Randy Johnson, Pudge Rodriguez, Bubba Chandler on the rated rookie. And again, guys, these rookies, rated prospects, inserts, a lot of these going to get sleeved off screen just to kind of keep us moving. So like Miguel Cabrera, very nice red, white, and blue card for Detroit. That's going to get sleeved off screen. Jeff and Max taking care of that in the background. Michael Young on the Rocket border. Yogi Berra on the Statue of Liberty border. Apparently I'm from Boston. Wandy Sejan on the Statue of Liberty border on the rated prospect. There's Amai from Houston on the optic. There's another one for you. Chase Burns on the blue laser. So Scott, box 3 definitely treating you better than box 2 did. A couple of Chase Burns inserts, and the blue laser is a nice one. There's a Marcus Phillips on the black disco. That one's going out to Boston. Boston's done well so far. Dax Kilby with the Yankees. Sean Gamble with Kansas City. Kellen Lindsey, these are all rated prospects with LA. And Ryan Waldschmidt with Arizona. All right, next chunk of base. Sagano, Jace Jung, Bo Jackson, Dylan Cruz, Yogi Berra, Jason Varitek, Yadier Molina, Mariano Rivera. We're going to get a red, white, and blue of my all-time favorite player, Robin Yount, Rockin' Robin. That one's going out to Jose V. It's a cool card. Dylan Cruz on the Statue of Liberty border for Washington. Merrick Houston with the rated prospect Statue of Liberty for Minnesota. So nice one going out to Donald S. There's a nice Jersey Kings. Again, we're sticking with the Jersey Kings theme. Bryce Eldridge on the Jersey Kings. Congratulations to the San Fran spot. That's Timothy C. There we go. All right, James Wood with Washington. Our hit counter's been quiet for a while, guys. That's an optic. Jace Jung on the black disco. Eduardo Tate with the Minnesota rated prospect blue laser. There's an Ethan Holiday on the Diamond Marvels. Correct, Scott. Yeah, they do look sharp, and I keep checking them. Some of them have different designs on them. Like there's different parallels of the Jersey Kings, but they do not. None of them to this point have been numbered. So you can get numbered Jersey Kings. We just haven't seen them in these first 3 boxes yet. George Lombard Jr. with the Yankees. Ronel Rodriguez with St. Louis. Sinco with LA. Blake Mitchell with Kansas City. All rated prospects. Last box of box number 3, or last pack of box number 3. Jackson Churio. Cade Horton. Jackson Churio batted from the left side last night in the last inning. It was fun, just because they were winning by a ton, and Cardinals had a field player pitching. Matsui with New York. Brett Lauder with Cincinnati. Barry Larkin with Cincinnati. Christian Campbell, Boston. Toronto's Roberto Alomar. Satchel Paige with St. Louis. I just mentioned St. Louis. Song Moon Song with San Diego, rated rookie. There's a Colt Keith on the red, white, and blue for Detroit. Bo Jackson for the Statue of Liberty border with Kansas City. So Lloyd, Getting some Kansas City cards there. Steele Hall on the red and blue for Cincinnati. So there you go, Scott. There's another parallel for you. Jarlin Susana on the Statue of Liberty border rated prospect for Washington. A-Rod for Texas on the optic. Cam Schlittler on the blue laser. The guys that aren't listed as rated rookies or rated prospects, but are really solid pitchers at this point. Schlittler, Chase Burns, Skeens, Mizorowski. They have shown up in these blue lasers in these first 3 boxes. So congrats on that to the Yankees, Jonathan C. Kyson Witherspoon with Boston on the optic rated prospect. And then our last rated prospects of box 3, Ethan Salas, Ethan Conrad, Riley Quick with Minnesota, and Caden Bodine with Baltimore. All right, that's 3 boxes. We got a long way to go. Here is box number 4. All right, good luck, everybody. Jackson Churio, Cade Horton, Hideki Matsui, Rhett Lauder, Barry Larkin, Christian Campbell, Roberto Alomar, Satchel Paige. Our first red, white, and blue of box 4 is going to be Chipper Jones for Atlanta. Then we got Tony Perez on the Statue of Liberty border. So box 4, already giving you a parallel, Scott. Cam Canarella on the Statue of Liberty for Miami. Jose DePaula, again, sticking with the Jersey King. Jose DePaula for Los Angeles. That's the Dodgers. I'm almost positive on that. They'll make sure of that when they sort them in the back. But that would be Timothy C. Guys, when you get a chance, I think I need some 138s. Actually, 138 and 108s for these relics. Be great, please. Thank you. Only 17 boxes to go, Scott. You got it. I better pick up the pace here, or we are going to be here till 9 o'clock. I got to coach youth basketball tonight. We got to keep it moving. Trevor Hoffman on the optic for San Diego. Cam Schlittler with a nice black disco for the Yankees. Jose DePaula on the blue laser. Bubba Chandler on the crunch time rookie. Andrew Painter with a rated prospect. Ethan Holiday rated prospect. Luis Hernandez rated prospect. Luke Stevenson on the rated prospect for Seattle. All right, Bobby Witt Jr. showed up. The hit counter is back and moving. Bobby Witt Jr. with 1. Luis Angel Acuna, Ken Griffey Sr., Josh Gibson. So that first one for Fernando in the Homestead spot. So there we go. Nolan Ryan. Will Clark, Ozzie Smith, Roger Clemens, Trevor Hoffman, Philadelphia Jimmy Fox on the red, white, and blue. With Mike Schmidt following for Philadelphia on the Statue of Liberty. George Lombard Jr. on the red and blue for the Yankees on the rated prospect. Eduardo Tate, rated prospect with the Statue of Liberty border. Does your basketball team help you sort? No, in all honesty, I don't have to sort. It's Jeff and Max doing all the sorting in the background. I just open them and talk. That's the beauty of being on screen. They do all the hard work back there. So, no, the basketball team, we work on defense. That's the key. It's a 4th grade going into 5th grade girls basketball team. So we're growing. We're learning and developing. We're having fun. We're trying to figure out some motion offense a little bit. Roger Clemens with the optic for Boston. Jose Canseco on the silver prism optic for Oakland, or the A's. Marcelo Meyer on the blue laser. Rated prospects, Cam Canarella for Miami, Xavier Nance for Houston, Alex Lodice for Atlanta, and then Jace Laviolette for Cleveland. Ricky Henderson, George Brett, Carter Jensen on the rated rookie. Don Mattingly, Reggie Jackson, Ha-Seong Kim, there's an Aaron Judge. Felix Hernandez, Gil Hodges. So let's get that Aaron Judge up there. Judge goes to 2. Skeens is still in the lead with 5. You coach middle school girls as well? Yep, it's all about patience. It's learning, developing, having fun, hopefully. Ken Griffey Jr. on the red and blue. And I'm big on the defensive side, so if they aren't calling out their numbers and being where they need to be defensively, that's about the only time I really get frustrated. We miss a lot of shots, and it's like, hey, at least we got good shots, which is good. So Bryce Matthews with Houston on the Statue of Liberty border. There's a nice, we hadn't seen Connor Griffin much, but there's a nice Connor Griffin rated prospect on the Statue of Liberty border. It's a good one for Pittsburgh. Congrats, Brandon. Nice rated prospect Seaver King on that purple border for Washington. So that one's going to Timothy C. Ozzie Smith on the optic. Cal Ripken on the black disco. Joshua Gonzalez with San Francisco on the blue laser. And Hal Janelle with Cleveland for rated prospect. Gage Wood, rated prospect. Connor Griffin, rated prospect. And a Eduardo Tate, rated prospect. Dave Winfield, Heston Kierstead. There's a Kazuma Okamoto on the rated rookie. A-Rod, James Wood. There's an Amai on the rated rookie as well. Then a Jonah Tong on the rated rookie. So a number of rookies in our base here. Albert Pujols, Leo DeRocher. There's a red, white, and blue from Milwaukee, even though he's dressed in Mets colors, but that is a Milwaukee card. That's Brandon Sproat. So that one going to Jose V. There's a Chase Burns on the Rocket border. So lots of different parallels for you, Scott, with the Chase Burns. That one's nice. Marcelo Meyer with the Statue of Liberty. Gage Wood, rated prospect for Philadelphia on the Statue of Liberty border. Will Clark on the optic. Frank Chance on the blue laser for Chicago. Arjun Namal is a nice one on the black disco for Toronto. Congratulations, Timothy C. Rated prospects, Song Jung Kim with Texas. Theo Gillen with Tampa Bay. Jordan Yost with Detroit. And Tyler Bremner with LA. Darryl Strawberry, Nick Kurtz, Dick Allen, Sammy Sosa, Ken Griffey Jr., Brandon Sproat, rookie for the Brewers. Madison Bumgarner, Colt Keith. There's an Albert Pujols, red, white, and blue for St. Louis. So Christopher P. Frank Chance with Chicago on the Statue of Liberty border. Angel Genoa on the Statue of Liberty border, rated prospect for Cleveland. And we've got our first auto. Got a Noble Meyer on the Signature Series. Not numbered, but Miami coming through a little bit for us. So there we go, Matt S. First auto shows up in box number 4. So Jersey Kings, Jersey Kings, Jersey Kings, Signature Series. So there it is. Nice card. Congrats. There's Nolan Ryan on the optic. Michael Young for Texas on the blue disco. There's a nice Brady Ebel on the blue laser for the Brewers. Nice card. Again, Brady Ebel, a name that a lot of collectors that know prospects, or at least know Brewers prospects, are looking for. Owen, how you doing? Thanks for joining us in the YouTube chat. You can take part in our hit counter, which I'm going to bring up after we get done with this box and the next one, if you want to stick around. Otherwise, on eBay, we're going to do some live stuff coming up too. So, or just watch what we got happening here, see the Donruss mega case break, and chat with us a little bit if you'd like to. So let us know what you're up to. There's Ken Griffey Jr. with the Reds for the Diamond Marvels. Rated prospects, Zach Root for LA, Ryan Sloan for Seattle, Alex Freeland for LA, Aiden Miller for Philadelphia. All right, I think we're going to our last pack of box 4. David Wright, Roman Anthony, Johnny Bench, Jimmy Fox, Deion Sanders, Robin Yount, David Ortiz, Kevin Youkilis, Mike Piazza. Red, white, and blue is going to be Gil Hodges with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Have some insane card. What is your favorite card? What's the one card if you sold you'd be upset about, Owen? Elston Howard with the Statue of Liberty. Is the red and blue Caden Bodine with Baltimore. Tyler Bremner on the Statue of Liberty for LA. There's a Josh Gibson optic going out to that Homestead Grays, Fernando G. Elston Howard on the blue laser as well, the Elston Howard pack. Ninth, Jonathan Santucci for the rated prospect optics. Nice card. Last rated prospects of this box, Spencer Jones with the Yankees, Drangela Clinche with the Mariners, Slater DeBrun with the Orioles, and Andrew Fisher with the Brewers. All right, that was box 4. We roll right into box 5, and then we'll take a little break here and do some live stuff. So if you're on eBay Live, you'll have a chance to bid on a few things. All right, here we go. Box 5. Good luck. Jace Young, Bo Jackson, Dylan Cruz, Yogi Berra, Jason Veritek, Yadier Molina, Mariano Rivera, Luke Keyshaw, red, white, and blue of Reggie Jackson. Nice one. Brandon Sproat on the Statue of Liberty for the rated rookie for the Brewers. Brendan Summerhill, the Statue of Liberty with Tampa Bay. Right back to our Jersey Kings. There's Matt Shaw for Chicago. So going to the Cubs Row Boys. Congratulations. Again, cool design, kind of that cracked ice look to it. Not numbered on there, though. Optic of Young Kim. Pie Trainer on the black disco. Kate Anderson, a nice blue laser rated prospect for Seattle. Going out to Dennis T. There's a Paul Skeens on the Diamond Marvels. So Skeens going to jump into a slightly larger lead on the hit counter. Braden Montgomery with Chicago on the rated prospect. Billy Carlson with Chicago on the rated prospect. Gavin Keelan rated prospect for San Fran. And Chase Shores with LA on the rated prospect. All right, Cade Horton, Matsui, Rhett Lauder, Barry Larkin, Christian Campbell, Roberto Alomar, Satchel Paige. Chase Burns auto would be great. Sung Moon Sung on the rated rookie. Sagano. There's a Will Clark. I collected a lot of Will Clark back in the day. I liked Will Clark in the 80s. Will Clark with San Francisco on the red, white, and blue. Ken Griffey Jr. with the Statue of Liberty border. That's a nice one for Seattle. There's a nice Ethan Holiday parallel. The red and blue for Ethan Holiday. There you go. That's going to Colorado, Jonathan C. The auto was Miami. It was Noble Meyer. So there's the auto right there. All right, nice one for Colorado. Congrats there. Johnny Farmello on the Statue of Liberty for Seattle. Pie Trainer with the Optic. Jacob Wilson with the Optic Silver Prism. Chipper Jones for Atlanta on the Blue Laser. Enrique Bradfield Jr. rated prospect. Cam Caminiti rated prospect. Bryce Rayner, Detroit rated prospect. Hagen Smith, Chicago. Nice run of prospects there. Ken Griffey Sr. with Cincinnati. Josh Gibson. Nolan Ryan. Will Clark. Ozzie Smith. The Miz or the Cooper Flag rookie cards are nice. Roger Clemens. Trevor Hoffman. Jackson Churio. I've been selling cards at some shows, and the biggest regret I have is I sold my Billy Ripken FF card, like the original, and I had it since I was younger. I sold it for a decent price, but I still wish I had that card. Roberto Alomar on the red, white, and blue for Toronto. Sammy Sosa on the border with the Statue of Liberty for Chicago. Sung Kim with that purple parallel for Los Angeles. Gavin Feem with the rated prospect for Washington. This is our first out of 5 boxes we've seen of the Clearly cards. That's a rated prospect, Ethan Holiday, on that clear card. I just think that's a cool looking card in general, but that's awesome. Jonathan C. It's nice that it's an Ethan Holiday card. That's an in-demand element, so congrats. Good card. Tony Perez on the Optic. Tony Perez on the black disco. A little run for you, Scott, with a little bit of reds there. Classic reds. Kevin McGonigal on the nice blue laser rated prospect. That's a nice one for Detroit, John S. We had a guy that was live last time whose name was John S. He was not the John S. that was in the break, so he kept getting confused. It's kind of fun. It was great. He bought a bunch of live stuff. We had a good time on Monday. Zaire Hope with LA, rated prospect. Seth Hernandez, Pittsburgh, rated prospect. Colt Emerson, Seattle, rated prospect. And A.J. Russell, Texas, rated prospect. Carter Jensen on the rated rookie. Don Mattingly, Reggie Jackson, Hyosung Kim. Aaron Judge shows up, so Judge goes up to 3. Felix Hernandez, Gil Hodges, Bobby Witt Jr. as well. There we go. Hit counter says I'll get alive a little bit here as we get to the end of box 5. Luis Acuna, red, white, and blue is going to be Mariano Rivera for the Yankees. Followed by a Colson Montgomery on the Rocket border for Chicago. And then Dick Allen's going to keep Chicago going with the Statue of Liberty border. My favorite player is Robin Yount. All-time favorite player, Robin Yount. Favorite current player is probably Jackson Churio, just because I'm a big Brewer fan. So Luke Dickerson on the Statue of Liberty. Although I love Bryce Terang with the Brewers too. He plays phenomenal defense, clutch hitter. He's calm. He's great. So Terang and Churio are probably my favorites currently. Mike Schmidt with the Phillies on the Optic. Vlad Guerrero Sr. on the Blue Laser. Mike Sirota with the LA rated prospect Black Disco. It's a Brandon Summerhill rated prospect for Tampa Bay. JoJo Parker rated prospect for Toronto. Nice Eli Willits with Washington. And Jamie Arnold. Nice. Again, nice set of prospects for that. Yeah, the Brewers have been so much fun. Like the last number of years, it's just been, last year and this year, just a fun team to watch. So Alex Rodriguez, James Wood, Amai, Jonah Tong, and the nice rated rookie for the Mets. Pujols, DeRocher, Ricky Henderson, George Brett, Bryce Eldridge on the red. Who's your team, Owen? Who's your favorite team? Bryce Eldridge, San Francisco Red, White, and Blue. Nick Kurtz with the Statue of Liberty border. There's a nice Jesus Made. Speaking of the Brewers. Ooh, and we are not going to Jersey King this fifth box. We are going to have a heck of an autograph coming up here in just a second, guys. So it's going to be John K., if you remember the team list, going to be happy. But there's a nice Made going out to the Brewers, Jose V. And an autograph of Nick Kurtz to 25. 20 out of 25 on the Signature Series, Nick Kurtz. That's a great hit out of a mega. Congratulations going out to John K. And when we get under 25, even though we're breaking a case and trying to keep moving, we get fireworks going. So there's some fireworks right there. You can see the out of 25 through the fireworks. A little out of focus, but there it is. Congratulations. Great card on that one. Let's turn the fireworks off. Born in the Indians, but I like the Brewers. Yeah, I mean, Cleveland has competed as well. They're a little bit smaller market also, so, but it's good to like the Brewers. There you go. Much better auto. Okay, Scott, I'll do my best. Bryce Matthews on the Optic. Mike Schmidt on the black disco for Philadelphia. Nice Case and Cunningham on the blue laser for the Arizona Diamondbacks. There's a Nick Kurtz. We just got the auto of him on the crunch time. There's a Made following up the border parallel we just got. Luke Dickerson with Washington, Gavin Fiend with Washington, Johnny Farmello with Seattle. All right, Dick Allen, Sammy Sosa, Ken Griffey Jr., Brandon Sproat for the Brewers. Madison Bumgarner, Colt Keith, Dave Winfield, Heston Kjerstad, Okamoto on the rated rookie for Toronto. We got a Byung-Hyun Kim on the red, white, and blue for Arizona. Darryl Strawberry on the Statue of Liberty border for the Mets. Last cards of box 5 in our first quarter of the case. Andrew Painter on the red and blue for Philadelphia. Nice prospect. Daniel Pierce on the Statue of Liberty border, prospect for Tampa Bay. Marcelo Meyer on the Optic. A Chase DeLauder on the blue laser rated rookie. That's a nice card. DeLauder's been good. Speaking of Cleveland, DeLauder's been a solid rookie, solid prospect coming through their system. Charles Davalon with the Optic, rated prospect for LA. Kate Anderson, rated prospect Seattle. Noah Schultz for Chicago. Luis Pena from the Brewers, and Daniel Pierce for Tampa Bay. So that takes us through the first quarter of the box. Let's give you a hit counter update, and then we're going to bring Jeff out here, I believe, to open our next set of packs. Hit counter, we've got 15 total. So if you're doing math, we're probably going to end up around 60-ish, but who knows. The Skeens is in the lead with 6, then Miz with 4, Judge with 3, and Witt Jr. with 2. So again, you can update your hit counter now. You don't have to. If you haven't made a guess yet, so Owen, our hit counter, the way this works, I'll bring that back up. You can take a guess at one of these. If you're not in the breaks, you want to make sure you make contact with our chat and our moderators so that we know your address. But you have a chance to win one of these 2 free packs at the end just by making a guess. If you get it correct. So if you get the player correct, so like if you had Skeens right now, you'd get a Leprechaun, and we run a Leprechaun race to randomize it. And then if you had the total correct within 1 or the closest. So right now, if you had 14, 15, or 13. So yeah, there has been a lot of color, not a lot numbered. So again, you guys can jump in. This is not where we're going to lock in. It's after these 5 boxes we're going to lock you guys in to your predictions. All right, so I want to run a few more live things. We're going to start. I'm going to kind of roll up here. I did show those oversized cards before. So we're going to start with a Tet McMillan. I had to hold him back there so you can see that's a Tet McMillan on the oversized that comes out of the Costco bundles. It's going to be $15. So if you're interested in the Tet McMillan, again, listed at $20 for when it goes to shows, but for you guys, we're trying to cut you some deals on the live. All right, no takers on that one. I'm going to run one more of those guys. Got an Ashton Genty of the same thing, come out of the Costco bundles. Kind of cool. These are oversized. These are in top loaders as well, sleeves and top loaders, even though they're there. So if you're interested, again, you got to be on the eBay side. So Owen, if you like any of this stuff and want to buy in, you got to be on our eBay live to be there. Okay, no takers on that. That's all right. Again, Jeff, you can see on the overhead cam is over here opening our next 5 boxes. Let's go some packs. Let's see if you guys have interest in a few packs. Let's go a little World Cup style because in an hour, the first of the quarterfinals starts. So these are MLS Topps Chrome. And what you're going to have available here, if you are interested, is 2 packs at $5. So you could get a Messi in here. You can get a lot of different names. A lot of guys that played in MLS are there. We can rip these. We can ship these. If you are in the break, we'll combine your shipping. We'll refund shipping as needed. If you're not in the break, there's some shipping to pay, but then you combine once you start buying more than one. All right, no takers on these soccer cards. Let's get a Bowman 2026 pack rolling here. See if somebody wants to get in on that. $4, 2026 Bowman. We can rip it. We can ship it. Up to you guys. Just like we're getting prospects, we can get some first Bowmans. We can get some young guys in here if anybody's interested. All right, no takers on that. Anybody, again, let me know if there's something you want to do. We've got a progressive lot of Tampa Bay Buccaneers patches. We've got baseball progressive lots. We can do tennis. We can do golf. We've got a little bit of basketball, a little bit of racing. Got some slabs. So we've got baseball, football, and basketball slabs. Kind of lower end slabs, but if you're interested. So if anybody in the chat wants to throw something out there and let me know, I'm happy to try it. Maybe we'll try a basketball numbered progressive. Ooh, hold on. And again, once Jeff is done opening these next 5, we'll kind of check the hit counter and then we'll go. So these are numbered, and what we're going to do is we're going to start with 2 of them. Oh, there it is. So this is a Dante Exum numbered to 299, and a Tyler Dorsey, that's a rookie card, that is numbered to 199. So we're going to put those 2 guys up there. I'm just going to get up to my progressive here, and we're going to start those at $2. And if we get a bid, we're going to throw another card in. And then we'll see where we go from there. So we've got about a minute 30 here. Do want to let you know, like the next card would be a rookie card, Daniel Gafford. That's numbered out of 299. If we get a few bids, we can get to a Montrezl Harrell. That's numbered out of 79, it looks like, or 75. Yep, or numbered out of 79. So again, if you're interested, we'll be able to kind of keep stacking these up. There's a Mo Wagner, if you're a Michigan fan or that. I'm a Wisconsin basketball fan, so I never loved the Wagner brothers, but they've been doing well. There's an Andrew Wiggins numbered card in here if we get to it. A lot of different options that are there. So names that are known, names that aren't known as much, some lower numbered, higher numbered, but we'll start with those. If anybody wants to bid on those, $2 to get us started there. And we're letting that run for just a little bit, so I'm gonna let you see those again if you're interested. I'm gonna take a drink of water. And it looks like Jeff's almost done opening that next set of 5.
We do combine shipping, so don't be afraid of that.
So if there's, again, especially if you're in the breaks, but if you're not in the breaks, once you pay shipping once, like you can keep buying and it'll keep going to your favor. So again, those of you that have bought online before, you know, like it does cost to ship these. So there does have to be a fee tied to that, but you get your value when you start buying a little bit more. So. All right, just looking, doesn't seem like the progressive lot's getting us anywhere. I'm going to run just a couple of slabs here and see if anybody has interest, and then we're going to move back into the Donruss break. So sometimes the live has a little bit more action. Sometimes you just want to see some cards open. I get it. No worries at all. All right, so I'm going to take the basketball off of there. We've got a couple of Bowman first slabs, if you are interested. So this is a Braylon Brazoban. So this is 24 chrome. This is numbered out of 250. That's a 9. And this is a Spencer Torkelson. That's a 9.5. So that's from 2020. So Spencer Torkelson, definitely a good prospect in there. So there's 2 of those. I'm starting those off at $18. If anybody was interested in one of those for 10, we can make that happen too. But you can see 2 slabs, 2 first Bowmans, $18 if you're interested. All right, no takers. I'm going to run one more set of slabs. Maybe we got some people looking for older. This is a Buster Posey. This is a 2014 Topps Upper Class. That's a 9. And then that's a Frank Thomas, the 90 score first round pick. That's an 8.5. All right, so if you're interested in those two we're going to start at $18 as well. So if you're interested in those, again, if you're in the breaks already, shipping will get refunded or combined. If you're not in the breaks, then you will have to pay that shipping. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for taking a look at those. Jeff's got the next set open for me. I'm going to move that pile of hits just over to there. I'm going to move my next box in. There we go. Remember, we're going to open 5 more boxes, and then you're going to have to finalize your hit counter prediction at that point in time. So just a quick reminder where the hit counter's at. 15. Let's see where we go with the next set of 5. Good luck, everybody. Angel Acuna, Ken Griffey Sr., Josh Gibson, Nolan Ryan, Will Clark, Ozzie Smith, Roger Clemens, Trevor Hoffman, Ricky Henderson on the red, white, and blue going to the A's. Jace Jung with Detroit on the Statue of Liberty border. Mike Sirota with LA on the Statue of Liberty border. Right away back to the Jersey Kings with a Luke Keyshaw. So there we go with Minnesota. It's a guy that has been a prospect with Minnesota for a while, and I hope, just because I generally like Minnesota to do well when it comes to the Twins, not the Vikings. But I hope he pans out. I hope he can get it going a little bit. He hasn't been stellar so far, is my understanding. But nice card for Donald S. and the Twins. Okamoto on the optic for Toronto. Sagano on the black disco. There's another nice Connor Griffin parallel rated prospect on the blue laser. You know what I should do, guys? Since you're watching on eBay, is unpin that eBay Live element. So now you can see better. There you go. Nice Connor Griffin. Pittsburgh doing well. Brandon Q. Roman Anthony on the crunch time for Boston. Nice Brady Ebel rated prospect for the Brewers. Gonzalez for San Francisco rated prospect. DePaula for LA rated prospect. And Steele Hall for Cincinnati. So there's one going out to Scott for Cincinnati on the rated prospect. George Brett, Carter Jensen rated rookie. Couple of Kansas City cards. Don Mattingly, Reggie Jackson. Those guys seem to go together. Song Kim, Aaron Judge. So now Judge beefs up the hit counter just a little bit. So he's now at 4. He's tied with Miz. Felix Hernandez, Gil Hodges, Bobby Witt Jr. as well. So Bobby Witt Jr. goes to 3. There's an Angel Acuna. I know he's got Mets gear on, but that is with the White Sox because he's with the White Sox now. So that's going out to the White Sox, Adam L. That's the red, white, and blue. Jarlin Susana on the rated prospect Rocket border. Sagano on the Statue of Liberty border. Liam Doyle from St. Louis on the Statue of Liberty border. Kerstead on the optic. Pie Trainer on the optic silver prism. Cal Ripken on the blue laser for Baltimore. Andrew Painter rated prospect. Ethan Holiday on the rated prospect. Nice one there. Luis Hernandez for San Francisco rated prospect. And Luke Stevenson for Seattle on the rated prospect. Again, if anybody's just jumping in or you're watching intermittently a little bit, a lot of these rated prospects, inserts, that kind of thing, are getting sleeved and taken care of off screen by Jeff and Max. There's so many cards. 2,400 cards. We want to keep things moving. Okamoto for the rated rookie for Toronto. Alex Rodriguez with Texas. James Wood with Washington. Amai with Houston on the rated rookie. Jonah Tong on the rated rookie for the Mets. I feel like we've seen some of these collations before. Pujols with St. Louis. Chicago's Leo DeRocher. Ricky Henderson. We've got an Hideki Matsui on the red, white, and blue. So that one's going to New York. Sungwoo Sung, that's rated rookie on the Statue of Liberty border for San Diego. Josh Hammond rated prospect, Kansas City Statue of Liberty border. There's a Zach Root on the laser out of 249. Let's see, I believe the blue laser, maybe gray laser. It's a nice one for LA. Guys, Zach Root, a Dodger or an Angel? Somebody hit me with that one. I know a lot of the divisions on those. That one I'm not positive on. It's out of 249. We'll find out right now. We got it going in the back. Got a Luke Stevenson rated prospect in the clear for Seattle. That one I know is for Seattle. So that one's going out to Dennis T. We're still working on that Zach Root numbered card to make sure we give credit to the right. What's that? Zach Root is a Dodger, so that's going to Timothy Z. Dave Winfield with San Diego on the optic. Another San Diego with Moon Sung on the rated rookie black disco. Gage Wood from Philadelphia on the rated prospect blue laser. Nice card. Philly, Benjamin M. Cam Canarella from Miami rated prospect. Xavier Nayans rated prospect Houston. Alex Lodice rated prospect Atlanta. And Jace Laviolette, the rated prospect for Cleveland. Nick Kurtz, Dick Allen, Sammy Sosa, Ken Griffey Jr., Brandon Sproat, rookie card for the Brewers. Definitely some volume of that for the Brewers spot. Madison Bumgarner, Colt Keith, Dave Winfield, Heston Kjerstad. There's a Dylan Cruz on the red, white, and blue. It's going to Washington. Luke Keyshaw, we just saw a Jersey Kings of his. That's a Rocket border for Keyshaw with Minnesota. Satchel Paige with the Statue of Liberty border for St. Louis. Cruz Schoolcraft with the Statue of Liberty border for the Padres. Colt Keith on the optic for Detroit. Michael Young on the blue laser for Texas. And then a Tommy White rated prospect black disco for Oakland. That's a nice card there for the A's, John K. Angel Genoa rated prospect for Cleveland. Gage Wood for Philadelphia rated prospect. Connor Griffin for the Pirates. And Eduardo Tate rated prospect for Minnesota. Johnny Bench, Jimmy Fox, Deion Sanders, Robin Yount, David Ortiz, Kevin Youkilis, Mike Piazza, Darryl Strawberry. There's a Bryce Matthews on the red, white, and blue for Houston. Roberto Alomar on the Statue of Liberty border for Toronto. Ike Irish for the for Baltimore. Oh, we got an auto. I kind of showed it already, but Baltimore Statue of Liberty. So that's Mike R. Ike Irish, and our auto is for the Brewers. Jason DeBerry on the Signature Series. So Jason DeBerry autograph Signature Series for the Brewers. Not numbered, but still a very cool card. Congratulations, Jose V. So there we go. We're in our 6th box. We've seen 2 autos so far. Madison Bumgarner on the optic. That's going to be a nice numbered card for Texas. For James, that's Song Joon Kim, and that is out of 69. Congratulations. If you still have us on in the background, it's a nice Texas rated prospect. Love it. Oh, yeah, we're at 3 autos. You're right, Scott. Thank you for correcting me. And since we're under 100, for James, we got to hit up some fireworks. There we go. Boom. See, 37 out of 69. Congrats on that. Nice. That pack was a really nice pack. Auto and a numbered out of 69. Angel Genoa with Cleveland on the blue laser. It's the first we've seen of the Elite cards. So there's the Miggy Cabrera on the Elite insert. There's Joon Kim. We just saw the numbered out of 69 of his on the rated prospect. Theo Gillen, rated prospect for Tampa Bay. Jordan Yost for Detroit, rated prospect. And Tyler Bremner for the Angels, rated prospect. Last pack of box 6. Chipper Jones. There's a Paul Skeens. So Skeens extends his lead a little bit. Miggy Cabrera. There's a Mizorowski to follow it up. So Miz is trying to stay within shouting distance. Peyton Toley on the rated rookie for Boston. Jim Thome with Cleveland. Jimmy Crooks on the rated rookie with St. Louis. David Wright with New York. Roman Anthony with Boston. There's a Tony Lazzeri with New York on the red, white, and blue. Christian Campbell on the Boston Statue of Liberty border. Jose DePaula for LA on the red and blue. Nice Iva Arquette, the rated prospect for Miami. Miami's done pretty well. Had some nice cards in here. So Matt S., congrats. There's a Brandon Sproat optic for Milwaukee. Luke Keyshaw on the blue laser. Just talked about him before, followed by another Minnesota card, an optic rated prospect, Kalen Culpepper. Yeah, some of the patterns that they show are kind of crazy. Do you mean patterns like on the card, like this, or do you mean like the line, like how the cards run in the same orders? Because both of them are crazy for the record, Scott. Zach Root with LA rated prospect, Ryan Sloan with Seattle, Alex Freeland with LA rated prospect, and Aiden Miller, Philadelphia. So there went box number 6. Moving right along to box number 7. And again, anybody that's looking, you can see my hand over here in the overhead. All that product, everything that's open, it's all sitting over there. So you can keep an eye on it too. The order, agreed. Jimmy Crooks, rated rookie with St. Louis. David Wright, Roman Anthony, Johnny Bench, Jimmy Fox, Deion Sanders, Robin Yount, David Ortiz, Dick Allen on the red, white, and blue. Mizorowski comes back with a nice border card. Mizorowski on the Statue of Liberty border card. Congrats to the Brewers spot there, Jose. And Miz is now back within 1 of Skeens. Cinco on the Statue of Liberty border. There's our Jersey Kings. Dylan Cruz going out to Washington. So congrats, Timothy C. Luke Keyshaw on the optic for Minnesota. We've seen a number of his lately. Colson Montgomery on the black disco for the White Sox. Blake Mitchell on the blue laser for the Royals. Ooh, sorry about that. Nice Connor Griffin for Pittsburgh on the crunch time. Rated prospects, Mike Sirota for LA, Jarlin Susana for Washington, Merrick Houston for Minnesota, and Wandy Asijan for New York. Christian Moore, Chase DeLauder on the rated rookie. Vlad Guerrero Sr., Chipper Jones. There's a Paul Skeens. So Skeens gets back to a 2-hit lead. Miguel Cabrera, Mizorowski follows. It's Skeens and then a card, and I think the card is Cabrera and then Mizorowski pretty much every time. And then Peyton Tolley on the rated rookie follows. Jim Tomei. Imai from Houston on the rated rookie, red, white, and blue. Santucci on the Rocket border for the Mets. Nice one. Miguel Cabrera on the Statue of Liberty border for Detroit. Ronel Rodriguez, Statue of Liberty border rated prospect for St. Louis. Mariano Rivera on the Optic. Jacob Wilson on the Blue Laser. I think that's Blue Laser in Donruss. It's so funny because that can be a hyper, that can be a velocity, that can be a laser. And I think I've even seen that's called a geometric in one thing, which is not what it looks like in other things. So, again, different names for the parallels. Tommy White with Oakland on the Optic. Nice rated prospects. Rated prospects of Ike Irish with Baltimore, Cruz Schoolcraft with San Diego, Josh Hammond with Kansas City, and Liam Doyle with St. Louis. Jose Canseco, Dwight Gooden, Matt Shaw, Jacob Wilson, Josh Hamilton, Tony Lazzari, Trey Savage on the rated rookie. Carlton Fisk, Pat Murphy. There's an Aaron Judge on the red, white, and blue. So Aaron Judge trying to stay active in that hit counter. So he is going to go to 5 within 3 of Skeens. But Skeens is going to jump right back over top of it with a nice Paul Skeens on the Statue of Liberty border. Again, congrats to the Pittsburgh spot, Brandon Q. That Yankee spot, by the way, is Jonathan C. They got that Judge. All right, George Lombard Jr. on the Statue of Liberty border. Jace Laviolette going to be on that laser, numbered out of 249. The Cleveland spot, Michael L. getting a Jace Laviolette rated prospect out of 249. Congrats on that. You can see the 8 out of 249. There's a Yadi Molina on the Optic. Bryce Eldred for San Francisco on the Black Disco. Johnson Ko on the Blue Laser. Again, I'm calling them lasers. I'm going with it for LA. Rated prospect is Gage Jump for Oakland. Chase Davalon rated prospect for LA. Arjun Namala rated prospect for Toronto. And Iva Arquette for Miami. Chandler Simpson, Elston Howard, Frank Chance, Marcelo Meyer, Bryce Matthews, Mike Schmidt, Tony Perez, Pi Trainer, Byung-Hyun Kim. Got a Roger Clemens on the red, white, and blue. Ivan Rodriguez on the Rocket border for Texas. Chipper Jones on the Statue of Liberty for Atlanta. And Caden Bodine, rated prospect, Statue of Liberty for Baltimore. Optic of Jason Varitek for Boston. The Blue Laser for Matt Shaw from Chicago. Cruz Schoolcraft on the Black Disco, rated prospect for San Diego. Franklin Arias is Boston rated prospect. Vance Honeycutt with Baltimore. The Tommy White with the A's. And then Marcus Phillip with Boston. There's a Cam Schlittler, Chase Burns, Cam Smith, Randy Johnson, Ivan Rodriguez, Bubba Chandler on the rated rookie. Bryce Eldridge on the rated rookie. That's a nice 1-2 punch. Colson Montgomery. Sungmoon Sung for San Diego in the rated rookie red, white, and blue. Nice one there for Clarence. Vlad Guerrero Sr. with Anaheim. So that one's going to Chip J on the Statue of Liberty border. Riley Quick, Minnesota rated prospect, Statue of Liberty border. And then Los Angeles spot, Chip J is going to get a relic here, a Jersey Kings, prospect Jersey Kings, Tyler Bremner. Again, we haven't had a numbered Jersey Kings yet, but number these nice ones. There we go. Congrats, Chip J. Yogi Berra on the Optic for the Yankees. Spencer Jones on the Silver Prism Optic for the Yankees. Ronel Rodriguez on that Blue Laser for St. Louis, rated prospect. Got a Bubba Chandler on the Elite Series rookie card. That's a nice one. Haven't really seen much of those. So congrats to Pittsburgh there, Brandon. Charlie Condon, rated prospect for Colorado. Santucci for the Mets, rated prospect. Benj for the Mets. And then Ethan Petrie for Washington for the rated prospects. All right, Bo Jackson, Dylan Cruz, Yogi Berra, Jason Varitek, Yadi Molina, Mariano Rivera, Luke Keyshaw, Michael Young, Cal Ripken. Sticking with Michael Young here. There's Michael Young with Texas on the red, white, and blue. Chase DeLauder from Cleveland on a nice rated rookie on the border. Statue of Liberty, that's a nice one. Again, DeLauder. I think DeLauder is going to be very good for Cleveland down the road. Solid prospect. I've collected a few of his cards. So that's nice for Cleveland. Michael. Cam Canarella for Miami on the red and blue rated prospect. Ethan Conrad for the Cubs on the Statue of Liberty border. Dylan Cruz on the optic for Washington. Dwight Gooden on the blue laser color match for the Mets. That's a fun one. Vance Honeycutt on the optic for Baltimore. Kyson Witherspoon for Boston rated prospect. Leo DeVry with the A's rated prospect. Tate Southside with Atlanta rated prospect. And then Wewa Aloy on the Baltimore rated prospect. So that's 7 boxes. We'd talk more about it, but we got a lot of boxes. We're not even halfway there, guys. So here comes box number 8. Gil Hodges, Bobby Witt Jr. So that goes up on the hit counter. Angel Acuna, Ken Griffey Sr., Josh Gibson, Nolan Ryan, Will Clark, Ozzie Smith. Got a Yogi Berra on the red, white, and blue for the Yankees. Roger Clemens on the Statue of Liberty border for Boston. Another Boston, Franklin Arias going to Statue of Liberty border to Boston. Oh, there's a Boston, New York kind of pack to start. There's a nice George Lombard Jr. on the Jersey Kings. George Lombard Jr. going to the Yankees. Jonathan C. with that relic. See if we can't get an auto out of this box. Kevin Youkilis with Boston on the optic. Barry Larkin for Cincinnati. There we go on the black disco. There's a nice parallel for you, Scott. Sungjoon Kim with Texas on the blue laser. Jacob Wilson on the Diamond Marbles. Charlie Condon, rated prospect for Colorado. Santucci with the Yankees. Carson Bench and Ethan Petrie. We just saw those 4, I think, in the last pack of the last box. In that exact order. DeRocher, Ricky Henderson, George Brett, Carter Jensen, rated rookie for Kansas City. Don Mattingly, Reggie Jackson, Sung Kim, Aaron Judge, Felix Hernandez. So Judge jumps another one on the hit counter. Judge is within 1 of Miz, and Miz is 2 back from Skeens. There's a nice Randy Johnson, the big unit, red, white, and blue. That one does go to Seattle because he can show up on different teams in these sets. That one goes to Dennis T. Mike Sirota with the Rocket border for LA. Ozzie Smith with the Statue of Liberty border for St. Louis. Ethan Petrie with the Statue of Liberty border for Washington. David Ortiz on the optic for Boston. Tony Perez on the optic silver prism going to Cincinnati, going to Scott. Yogi Berra on the blue laser for the Yankees. Kyson Witherspoon rated prospect. Leo DeVry rated prospect. Tate Southside rated prospect. And Wewa Aloy rated prospect. Again, same set. Colt Keith, Dave Winfield, Heston Kjerstad, Okamoto on the rated rookie. Alex Rodriguez, James Wood, Amai on the rated rookie for Houston. Jonah Tong, rated rookie for the Mets. Albert Pujols with St. Louis. Mike Schmidt for Philly is going to go red, white, and blue here. Will Clark on the Statue of Liberty border for San Francisco. Carson Bench, nice one, the Statue of Liberty border for the Mets. So that one's a solid one for Timothy C. with the Mets. I believe our next card is, if it's not numbered, it's a different parallel than we run into. It's a Sean Gamble for Kansas City, and that's out of 99. So there we go for the Kansas City Royals. Lloyd, congratulations. So Sean Gamble out of 99. Since that's out of 99, you can see right there, 32 out of 99, almost 1/3. Let's get, oh. That guy's up. Okay. Sorry. Let's get fireworks. Here we go. Again, congratulations. A nice hit right there for Lloyd. There are a lot of different inserts in Donruss. That's one thing Panini has figured out is we don't have the license, so we're going to do fun stuff with our cards, which I enjoy that. So, all right. Robin Yount on the optic for the Brewers. Rhett Lauder for Cincinnati on the black disco. There you go for Cincinnati. Scott again. You hop in, you talk, and all of a sudden you get a card. I love it. Aiden Miller with Philadelphia on the blue laser. Rated prospects of James Tibbs for LA, Travis Bazzana for Cleveland, Caleb Bonemer for Chicago, and Kalen Culpepper for Minnesota. Kevin Youkilis, Mike Piazza, Darryl Strawberry, Nick Kurtz, Dick Allen, Sammy Sosa, Ken Griffey Jr., Brandon Sproat, rookie card for the Brewers. Madison Bumgarner, got a nice red, white, and blue of Trey Savage for Toronto. That's a nice one there for Timothy C. Things are going all right. We just hit a couple numbered cards that were lower. Still looking for a few more autos versus relics, but some fun cards. Again, it's a case break, so there's just a lot of cards in play here. Life in the Paint. Tops is kind of boring. Having broken Tops with a lot of cards, I'd much rather break Panini with a lot of cards. It's just Tops you can kind of hit bigger, and some people prefer the licensed stuff. But yes, Panini's got just way more inserts and stuff going on. Which some people like that, some people don't. I think it's fun. Yadi Molina with St. Louis for the Rocket border. Nolan Ryan with Texas for the Statue of Liberty border. No, the hit that we won't do that till the end, Life in the Paint. So if you're making predictions on that at all, that won't happen till the end. And when we get to the end of these first five boxes, again, we're not halfway through this thing yet. When we do, then we will give a chance for people to update and hit that last one. So we're, I would say, 15 minutes away from being halfway through. So Jonathan Santucci is a nice one for the Statue of Liberty border, rated prospect for the Mets. There's another optic, or another card at least for Cincinnati, Deion Sanders. There you go. There you go, Scott. You got the inserts coming. And the parallels. Dylan Cruz with the blue laser optic. Franklin Arias from Boston on a nice black disco. Rated prospects of Braden Montgomery for Chicago, Billy Carlson for Chicago, Gavin Keelan for San Francisco, and Chase Shores for LA. All right. Jimmy Crooks, rated rookie for St. Louis. David Wright, Roman Anthony, Johnny Bench, Jimmy Fox, Deion Sanders, Robin Yount, David Ortiz, Peyton Tolley on the red, white, and blue, a rated rookie for Boston. Josh Gibson on the Statue of Liberty border for the Homestead Grays. It's a nice Charlie Condon. And hey, and we are going to get another autograph, guys. We'll get to that in just a second. Charlie Condon is going to be a Statue of Liberty insert for Colorado. I am very glad Colorado is doing better. Bench, Fox, Sanders, Larkin's in there too. Here's our auto. It is a Cobb Hightower for Baltimore, and it is numbered out of 99. Signature Series, numbered out of 99. Going to Baltimore, Mike R. Baltimore been a little bit quiet, to be honest with you, so I'm glad that Mike got this nice auto here. Again, because it's out of 99, let's hit our fireworks. If you don't know what you're doing, what I would suggest is collect the stuff you like, right? If you're into it to try and make a ton of money, I don't know that always works. Again, I've gotten back into it. I had somebody ask me, and I do sell at card shows. I do some different things, but somebody asked me, like, you know, what's your return? And I would say if I spend $100 on cards, I probably am able to sell, or I sell $60 to $70 worth of them, but then I'm collecting too. So I'm pulling in Brewers, and I'm buying Brewers and adding to my collection. So it's a collectible. Like, that's the deal. You can make some money on it, but do the stuff that you like. Collect the stuff you like. Jimmy Fox in the optic with Philadelphia. That's my advice, at least. I mean, there may be people way more knowledgeable than me that can tell you about it, but that's how I would play it. And I've got a camera in front of me, so right now I'm talking about it. Hideki Matsui on the black disco for the Yankees. Alex Freeland on the blue laser for the Dodgers. There's a Trey Savage Crunch Time. That's a nice one for Toronto. Bradfield Jr. for Baltimore, rated prospect. Caminiti, rated prospect Atlanta. Bryce Rayner, rated prospect for Detroit. And Hagen Smith, rated prospect for Chicago. All right, this is the last, I believe, box 8 that we're on here. Last pack of box 8. Christian Moore, Chase DeLauder, rated rookie for Cleveland. Vladdy Guerrero Sr., Chipper Jones with Atlanta. There's a Paul Skeens, and there's a Miggy Cabrera, and there's a Jacob Mizorowski. Boom, 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 right in order. So Skeens goes to 10. Miz goes to 8. Peyton Tolley on the rated rookie. Jim Thome. There's a Kevin Youkilis on the red, white, and blue for Boston. There's another one of the old timers that you can get out of there, Scott. That's Ken Griffey Jr. or Ken Griffey Sr. rather, on the Statue of Liberty border, going to Cincinnati. There's a nice Kevin McGonigal on the rated rookie, red and blue. That was a nice one for Detroit. McGonigal's been good as he's come up and gotten into it. That's a Wewa Aloy on the Statue of Liberty border. More reds, Johnny Bench on the optic. Bo Jackson on the blue laser for Kansas City. James Tibbs with LA on the optic, a rated prospect. Then Zaire Hope, rated prospects of Zaire Hope for LA, Seth Hernandez for Pittsburgh, Colt Emerson for Seattle, and AJ Russell for Texas. All right, moving on to box 9. Good luck, everybody, in box 9. Josh Hamilton, Tony Lazzari, Trey Savage, rated rookie for Toronto. Carlton Fisk, Pat Murphy, Christian Moore, Chase DeLauder for Cleveland on the rated rookie. Vlad Guerrero Sr. for Anaheim. There is a red, white, and blue of Jacob Mizorowski. So Miz on the hit counter will go up to within 1 of Skeens. And that's a nice card for Jose V. Again, my understanding is that Miz likely won't pitch in the All-Star game because of the fact that he's going to be pitching in these last number of games for the Brewers. So, all right, we've got Barry Larkin on the, another Reds insert, Barry Larkin on the Statue of Liberty border. Arjun Damala with the Toronto Statue of Liberty insert. Zaire Hope on our Jersey Kings. That one's going to Los Angeles. That is a Dodger. That's Timothy C. So congrats there. Ken Griffey Jr. on the optic for Seattle. Satchel Paige with St. Louis on the black disco. Tyler Bremner with LA. That's the Angels on the blue laser. There's a nice Unleashed. We haven't seen many Unleashed. There's a Trey Savage on the rookie card for Toronto. Timothy C. I haven't actually looked at the AL Cy Young race in a little bit, but is Savage still up there? Yeah, I think he has been replaced. I know he pitched yesterday. He's supposed to pitch on Sunday. Again, as a Brewer fan, that's kind of what I want. But I also feel bad for him because he's kind of earned the ability to start. He's been probably the best pitcher in the National League. Sanchez hasn't been as good in June as he was in May. So, but Christopher Sanchez has been really good too. So's Ohtani. So's Chase Burns. Like, there's just been so many good pitchers in the National League. Spencer Jones, rated prospect with New York. Clint Shea with Seattle, rated prospect. Slater DeBrun with Baltimore, rated prospect. And then Andrew Fisher for the Brewers. Talking about him right there, rated prospect. Bryce Matthews, Mike Schmidt, Tony Perez, Pi Trainer, Byung-Hyun Kim, Jose Canseco, Dwight Gooden, Matt Shaw, Jacob Wilson, Big Papi David Ortiz on the red, white, and blue. Going to Boston, Rhett Lauder, another Cincinnati. Nice one going there. The Statue of Liberty insert for Cincinnati. Joswar Gonzalez with San Francisco on the red and blue. So that one's going out to Timothy C. Charles Davalon on the Statue of Liberty border. Sammy Sosa on the optic for the Cubs. Mariano Rivera for the Yankees on the blue laser. Caleb Bonemer for the White Sox, I believe, rated prospect with Chicago. Slade Caldwell with Arizona, rated prospect. Seaver King, rated prospect, Washington. Justin Crawford, rated prospect, Philadelphia. Devin Taylor, rated prospect with Oakland. Randy Johnson, Pudge Rodriguez, Bubba Chandler, rated rookie. Bryce Eldridge, rated rookie. Colson Montgomery, Chandler Simpson, Elston Howard, Frank Chance, Marcelo Meyer, Dave Winfield, red, white, and blue for San Diego. Hideki Matsui, a couple old timers here. Hideki Matsui with the Statue of Liberty border. There's a Luis Angel Acuna out of 249 for the Chicago White Sox. So that one's going to Adam L. There we go. Gauge jump on the Statue of Liberty border. Going to the A's. Dick Allen with Chicago on the optic. Roberto Alomar on the black disco for Toronto. Jordan Yost for Detroit is going to be on the blue laser rated prospect. Then our rated prospects for this pack. Mike Sirota with LA. Jarlin Susana with Washington. Merrick Houston with Minnesota. And Wandy Sejan with New York. Jason Varitek, Yadier Molina, Mariano Rivera, Luke Keyshaw, Michael Young, Cal Ripken, Cam Schlittler, Chase Burns, Cam Smith. Got a George Brett, red, white, and blue going to Kansas City. Mariano Rivera on the Rocket border for the Yankees. Cade Horton, hopefully he can, I'm not a Cubs guy, but I hope he can come back healthy. He was a good pitcher. Statue of Liberty border. Marcus Phillips for Boston on the Statue of Liberty border. There's a Nick Kurtz on the optic. Yadier Molina on the blue laser. Vance Honeycutt on the black disco for Baltimore on the rated prospect. Ike Irish rated prospect with Baltimore. Cruz Schoolcraft San Diego rated prospect. Josh Hammond Kansas City rated prospect. Liam Doyle rated prospect for St. Louis. Roberto Alomar, Satchel Paige. We got a nice Jersey Kings coming up here for our next one, guys. Sung Moon Sung for the rated rookie. Sagano with Baltimore. Jace Jung with Detroit. Bo Jackson, Kansas City. Dylan Cruz, Yogi Berra. Ken Griffey Sr., red, white, and blue. Sticking with the insert trend that's finding its way to Scott with Cincinnati. There's a nice Jackson Churio on the Statue of Liberty. We haven't seen Churio much, at least with the inserts, but there's a Statue of Liberty Churio from Milwaukee. Milwaukee's going to be happy because in a second here, it's going to be even better than that Jackson Churio. There's Tommy White, rated prospect with the A's. And then our Jersey Kings of Jesus Made. Number one prospect in all of baseball for the Milwaukee Brewers. The kid is good. He is going to be very good. Again, I'm surprised the Brewers have signed a couple guys. Luis Lara made his debut yesterday. They signed him to an extended contract. They've signed Cooper Pratt to an extended contract, like they have Churio. They haven't with Made yet, which is kind of intriguing to me. Darryl Strawberry with the Optic. Christian Campbell from Boston with the Black Disco. Theo Gillen, let's see the rocket emoji down there. Theo Gillen rated blue laser for Tampa Bay. Roman Anthony on the Bomb Squad. Rated prospects for this pack are Gage Jump with the A's, Charles Davalin with LA, Arjun Namala with Toronto, and Iva Arquette with Miami. Roger Clemens, Trevor Hoffman, Jackson Churio, Cade Horton, Hideki Matsui, Brett Lauder, Barry Larkin, Christian Campbell. I thought they would send money when you did that. I don't know who sends you money when you do that, but I hope it works out for you. There's Brett Lauder, so there you go, Scott. There's another color parallel. Again, Reds have done very well. I'm excited about that. Trevor Hoffman with San Diego on the Statue of Liberty. Kate Anderson with Seattle on the red and blue on the rated prospect. Vance Honeycutt with Baltimore. There's a nice clear card for the Brewers. Brady Ebel on the rated prospect blue. Again, this is a guy I go to shows, and we're in the Milwaukee area here. Could be life in the paint. I don't know if the mods know anything about the sticker chat that sends you money. I have no particular knowledge on that, but hey, if it works out, that's great. Mike Piazza on the Optic with the Mets. Veritek on the blue laser with Boston. Bazana on the rated prospect Optic card. That's a nice one for Cleveland. One pack. You know what? I'll show you, Scott, in 1 second. I'll take the next box and I'll just show you the first pack. So you'll see. Or do you want to see like the thickness of it? So that's the thickness of it. That's what it looks like. But I'll show you the cards that'll be one pack. So we'll do that in just 1 second here. Rated prospects of this last box 9: Franklin Arias with Boston, Vance Honeycutt with Baltimore, Tommy White with Oakland, and Marcus Phillips with Boston. Okay. So we're on to box 10. This is our halfway point once we get through it. Okay, I'm going to just pull this. So I've got one. There it is. So this is one box. I'm going to show you kind of the makeup of it as we go. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards that are base, or, and this might not be the normal pack because it's got a relic in it, base or rated rookies. So we got Dwight Gooden, Matt Shaw, Jacob Wilson, Josh Hamilton, Tony Lazzeri, Trey Savage on the rated rookie, Carlton Fisk, Pat Murphy, and then we get to the inserts. So we've had 8 of those. We get 1 red, white, and blue in each one of those packs. So it's Heston Kjerstad for Baltimore. We get the inserts now. So Luis Angel Acuna with the Statue of Liberty insert, Billy Carlson with the Statue of Liberty insert, both for the White Sox, actually. And then we get our relic in this one. Not every pack is going to have that. Only 2 of the 6 are going to have a relic or an auto. But we got Peyton Tolley from Boston. So nice take for Boston on that one. Christopher P. It's cool that it's got the rookie shield on that. But very nice. Congrats. And then we've got some optics and the inserts with those. So we've got the Roman Anthony optics for Boston. The Cade Horton black disco. So we've had pretty much a black disco and a blue laser in each one that's there. So then there's Ryan Sloan on the rated prospect blue disco. Then again, sometimes you get another optic. You get an optic rated prospect. In this case, we got a Paul Skeens Elite Series. So the Paul Skeens Elite Series is there with that card. And then you get 4 rated prospect base rated prospects at the back of the pack. All right, so let me put Skeens up to 11 on the hit counter. And then you get the rated prospects. So Tampa Bay, Summerhill, JoJo Parker for Toronto, Eli Willits for Washington, nice one, and Jamie Arnold with the A's. So that's what it looks like. That's one pack, Scott. So that's the breakdown of that. I'll try to do the next one in kind of a single pack too, so you can see what it looks like without the relic in there. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, you bet. Hey, appreciate you being involved, and if there's something we can do to make it more enjoyable or to help educate and enjoy, then we want to do that. So, Elston Howard, Frank Chance, Marcelo, and again, this is one pack. I'm holding in my hands right now, one pack without a relic. Elston, I don't believe. Elston Howard, Frank Chance, Marcelo Meyer, Bryce Matthews, Mike Schmidt, Tony Perez, Pi Trainer, Byung-Yun Kim, Jose Canseco. Carter Jensen is going to be the red, white, and blue rated rookie for Kansas City. So nice one there. Bobby Witt Jr. has got the insert with the Statue of Liberty there. So Kansas City with 2 nice cards in a row, and Bobby Witt's going to do a little more on the hit counter. And we haven't seen a ton of Bobby Witt up there, but there we go. Red and blue rated prospect with Case and Cunningham. So that's instead of one of those inserts. Taste Saltacine is the Statue of Liberty rated prospect for Atlanta. Then we get an optic of David Wright. Blue laser of Jace Jung. So there's an optic rated prospect in there with Chase Shores. Then our rated prospects for this pack, Jesus Made, Luke Dickerson, Gavin Feen, and Johnny Farmello. It's a nice Made that's in there. I'm running out. I'm going to have to reload my top loaders and my sleeves, and we'll see if I can make it through this box or not. We'll see. Cam Schlittler, Chase Byrne, 2 nice young pitchers. Cam Smith, Randy Johnson, Pudge Rodriguez, Bubba Chandler on the rated rookie. Bryce Eldridge on the rated rookie. Colson Montgomery, Chandler Simpson. There's a Josh Gibson on the red, white, and blue going to the Homestead Gray spot with Fernando. Gil Hodges from the Brooklyn Dodgers, Statue of Liberty. Leo DeVry on a nice one, Statue of Liberty with Oakland. So again, not Oakland anymore, but because Panini does not have licensing, they can't put the A's. And that nobody really actually calls them the Sacramento team, so they have to put Oakland still until they actually get to Las Vegas, which is kind of crazy. Jimmy Crooks, optic with St. Louis. There's a nice black disco of Jackson Chourio. Love that card. Again, I'm a big Chourio fan. Zach Root on the blue laser. There's a Josh Hamilton on the bomb squad, and you can see that's a parallel with that kind of cracked ice look to it. So that's a nice one for Texas. That one's going to James. So that's not the base bomb squad. Ethan Anderson, so our rated prospects in here. Cade Anderson, for Seattle. Noah Schultz for Chicago. Luis Pena for Milwaukee. And Daniel Pierce for Tampa Bay. Just getting my pile squared away. I wouldn't say any Miz bangers, but some decent Miz cards. There's been a few Miz inserts. There's been 9 Miz cards total at this point in time, Jose. So 9 total. Again, a couple of parallels. Nothing numbered or auto or anything like that, but some nice parallels that go with it. One of the Statue of Liberty borders, I think, a red, white, and blue, maybe a blue laser. I'm just trying to go off the top of my head, but pretty. I need this. Well, we're hoping the Brewers have actually done well. You've gotten a Made relic, so you've gotten that. There's been a couple other parallels with the Brewers. You got an autograph, Jason DeBerry. Autograph for the Brewers. So the Brewer spot has done well so far, and we're not even halfway through yet. So congrats, Jose, and thanks for hopping in to say hi. All right, Bo Jackson, Dylan Cruz, Yogi Berra, Jason Veritek, Yadier Molina, Mariano Rivera, Luke Keyshaw, Michael Young, Cal Ripken. Another insert for Cincinnati, Scott Barry Larkin, red, white, and blue. You bet, thank you. Jason Veritek with Boston with the Rocket border. King Felix with Seattle with the Statue of Liberty border. Kyson Witherspoon with Boston with the Statue of Liberty border. Jim Tomei on the optic. Sagano with the blue laser. Ethan Petrie with Washington on the black disco. Our rated prospects for this pack are Jefferson Rojas with Chicago, Mitch Voigt with New York, Kason Cunningham with Arizona, and a nice Kevin McGonigal with Detroit. Rhett Lauder, Barry Larkin, Christian Campbell, Roberto Alomar, Satchel Paige, Songmoon Sung with the Padres. Sagano, Jace Jung. Got a Jason Varitek for Boston on the red, white, and blue. There's an Aaron Judge on the insert that'll hit the hit counter as well. Aaron Judge. So, Jose, if you're around for a second here, we're going to get the update and the final predictions on the hit counter so you can jump in with a chance to win something free at the end of the show. So I'll explain that to you shortly. But Aaron Judge goes up to 7. Kalen Culpepper with Minnesota. Our second route, speaking of Aaron Judge, there's an Aaron Judge Jersey Kings. It's a nice one for the Yankees, Jonathan C. So Judge is going to go up to 8 within 1 of the Miz. Here we go. Peyton Tolley on the optic rated rookie. Trevor Hoffman on the black disco. There's a nice, that card's got me a little bit jealous. I've been trying to seek out some Andrew Fisher. There's a nice Andrew Fisher on the blue laser for the Brewers. So again, Jose, if you're still in here, there you go. You know what, Scott? In the past, I have done that. If you get like a hit, it does double. But today, with so many cards, we tried to keep it. Actually, it was Jeff's guidance to like, hey, keep this thing simple because there's 2,400 cards. So that's a nice Andrew Fisher for you, Jose, if you're still in here. I love that card, by the way. I've been trying to get a hold of some Andrew Fishers over time. So nice. Congrats. Bryce Eldridge on the Unleashed for San Francisco is a nice one, rookie card. Rated prospects of Dax Kilby with New York, Sean Gamble with Kansas City, Kellen Lindsay with LA, and Ryan Waldschmidt with Arizona. Josh Gibson, Nolan Ryan, Will Clark, Ozzie Smith, Roger Clemens, Trevor Hoffman, Jackson Churio, Kate Horton, Hideki Matsui. Red, white, and blue of Ivan Rodriguez, Pudge Rodriguez with Texas. Sung Kim with the Dodgers on the Statue of Liberty border. It's Mitch Voigt with New York on the red and blue. Caleb Bonemer with the Statue of Liberty border. For Chicago, there's a Mizorowski on the optic. So again, if Jose's still in here, the Brewers have done all right in these last few packs. So there's a Miz optic. That guy is crazy collectible right now. I'd be intrigued to find out if, like, who kind of comes in second next to Ohtani in terms of collectability right now. And I mean, Miz might be up there. I'm sure the Brewers did have a clear also, Scott. You're right. It was a Brady Ebel clear. So good call. Scott is on it. It's, you know what? Can we give Scott a leprechaun just for being on top of the game of his game here? Scott's going to get a leprechaun and have a chance at winning in that hit counter leprechaun race at the end, just because you're on top of it, Scott, and I appreciate you. Blue laser of Monsong for San Diego. Gavin Keelan on the optic for San Francisco. George Lombard Jr. for the rated prospect for New York Yankee. The other rated prospects, Ronel Rodriguez with St. Louis. That's a Ching Sin Ko with LA and Blake Mitchell with KC. So there we go. Oh, that Josh Hamilton had numbers to it. That Josh Hamilton, by the way, wasn't just shiny in a parallel. I did call out the parallel, but I missed the numbers. It's out of 35. So there we go, and that's for Texas right there. That's James, and hopefully still on in the background, and he's enjoying work, but he's enjoying getting a really sweet hit too. So Texas has been doing well today. Let's get those fireworks going because I missed it. This is the beauty of having Jeff and Max, the best in the business back there handling this. So there we go, taken care of. My bad, I'm missing the numbering on that. All right, let's show you the hit counter because we are at the halfway point officially. Okay, I think you can probably take those. I don't know that I need to do a recap at the end of this thing. Maybe. Okay. I need a drink of water. I might start losing my voice. We'll see. All right. So we are going to open the next set of 5. Here's where you have to finish off your predictions. So there you go, Scott. You're going Skeens with 73. So we're at the halfway point. We're going to end up, I would guess, somewhere in that 60 to 70 range. Right? 73 is not a bad guess. We get a few extra cards of Witt Jr. or Judge. We're there. But halfway point, we hit 34. Skeens in the lead by 1 over Miz. I would predict Skeens or Miz. I probably wouldn't go Judge. So if Danimals is still around, you might want to jump that number and change that guess. James, if you're still listening and you got that sweet Josh Hamilton hit, you might want to change that because I don't know that we're going to end at 26. And I mean, we're already well over that. So you want to make a different guess on that. But so get those guesses in there. when we start going through this next box, we're going to finalize that and go from there. So there are a couple people that are still in our eBay live chat, so we're going to throw up a couple more packs and see if anybody's interested. We're obviously opening Donruss right now. There we go. Goo Baby's got Skeens and 67. And if you are not in the break at all, guys, one thing I'll encourage you to do is to reach out to our mods to make sure that they know who you are, they have your address, because if they don't, we have to have that in there if you win anything. All right, so let's do some Topps Series 2. Okay, so these are two Topps Series 2. These are out of a blaster. This is $7.50. If you're in the break already, and you jump on this on eBay, I'm turn the hit counter off of there, by the way. I'll bring that back up before we finalize. But if you jump on this, we will combine your shipping. You'll get refunded. You'll pay for the shipping initially, but you'll get refunded. If you're not in the breaks, you do have to pay that initial shipping, but then it starts combining after that. So if anybody's interested in a little bit of live action here, again, if you're in the eBay live and you do have interest in a particular thing, we got Ken jumping in with Skiing 72. If you're interested in anything, we do have soccer packs. We've got baseball packs. We've got some Bowman. We've got some Topps. We've got an update series. We can do some progressive lots with baseball, basketball, tennis, golf, NASCAR. We can do some slabs, basketball, baseball, football. So if anybody's got anything they're interested in, let me know. I'm going to run this one again because I think this is a fun pack that's out there. It's a Bowman 2022. That's $4 if you're interested, and we can rip it or ship it. So if you're intrigued by this, you can jump in. Hey, Roboy's jumping in. There we go. So that'll be, unless somebody bids up Roboys, that'll be Roboys, and then you'll have to let me know in the chat if you want me to rip it or ship it on that. I can send it out to you guys with your stuff because you guys have the Cubs. So we'd send it right to you, or we can open it up and see what's in there too. So it's up to you. But Bowman 2022. Only 3 seconds left. All right, Roboys. Thanks for buying live. Our first live purchase today. Let me know in the chat. You want me to rip it? You got it. So let me unpin that so you guys can see it. And here we go. This one's for Roboys. Again, this is not part of the break. Jeff is opening our next set of 5. Good luck. Got a Bobby Dahlbeck, Adolis Garcia, Otto Lopez on the rookie card, Reed Detmers on the rookie card. There's an O'Neill Cruz rookie card. He hasn't really held up completely, but still a nice name to get out of there. That's the beauty of having it ripped. You get that sleeved up. Samad Taylor on the Bowman first. Josh Baez on the Bowman first. DeCastro on the prospect. Anthony Rodriguez on the chrome. Let me get some more sleeves out here. Oh, Goo Baby, you have the Marlins, so you're Matt. Nice. You got an auto earlier. Noble Meyer auto came out for you, and I think a number of nice Iva Marquette card or Iva Arquette cards. So, all right, there's Anthony Rodriguez on that Bowman Chrome first, and then a Shaylin Polanco on the Bowman Chrome Prospect for Roboys. So, Roboys, thank you for purchasing that. Let me get a sticky note so we don't miss you here. All right, and that will get shipped out with your stuff. And since you're in on the break too, Roboys, you will have some of that shipping refunded to you. Excuse me, Jeff. I'm gonna put it right over there. All right, let's run another pack here while Jeff continues to kind of work with it. We're about ready to jump back into the break. We're gonna go with a Topps Heritage. This is a Heritage pack from 2023. That's $5. So if anybody's interested, again, we can combine shipping on that. And go from there. And Goo Baby jumped in, or it's calling you Goo Baby just because that's what I'm reading. But Matt, you jumped in on the hit counter. That's great. We'll have some winners on hit counter predictions at the end. Again, we're at the halfway point. We're almost 2 hours into this. So we're going to try to keep it moving, but 2,400 cards takes a lot of time. So, all right. Are there any other interest from the eBay Live side of things? So, again, I can run some slabs. I've shown a few of them. I can run some oversized Ashton Genty or Tat McMillan or Caleb Johnson if you're interested in that. I can run a progressive lot. If there's anybody, we're going to open 5 of these right now. And if anybody in the eBay live that is interested, like, hey, I really want to pick something up here, feel free to let us know and we can set that up after the next grouping. All right? All right, hit counter back on top here. You guys got to finish your picks because once I start talking about these, we are closing up the hit counter predictions and locking it in. Goo Baby's good too. Okay, fair enough. So I'm going to take one more drink and then we're going to get into the second half of this guy. Jeff, anything you want to say to the people?
No.
Oh, he's got nothing. Okay. Anything you want to tell me I need to do faster?
Probably stop saying the team names.
Okay, we won't say team names anymore because we've seen all of these players at some point. So it's a 200, I think it's a 200 card checklist, and we're opening 2,400 cards. So, all right, here we go. Second half of the break. Predictions are going to be closed. And the camera was off. You have to start from the beginning. Not funny, Scott. You could hear me. My voice was present. We were fine. All right, Sagano, Jace Jung, Jackson, Dylan Cruz, Yogi Berra, Veritek, Molina, Rivera, Keyshaw. There's Peyton Tolley with the red, white, and blue for Boston. Rated rookie. Ken Griffey Sr. on the Statue of Liberty border. Aiden Miller with Philadelphia on the red and blue. Aloy on the Statue of Liberty border. Jimmy Fox from Philadelphia on the optic. Tony Lazzari on the chrome silver. For the Brewers, Rockin' Robin Yount with the blue laser. Rated prospects are Zaire Hope, Seth Hernandez, Colt Emerson, and A.J. Russell. So that was one pack. Jackson Churio, Horton, Matsui, Lauder, Larkin, Campbell, Alomar, Page, Moon Sung for the Padres on the rated rookie. Euclid on the red, white, and blue for Boston. And Acuna for the White Sox on the Statue of Liberty border. Billy Carlson for the White Sox on the Statue of Liberty border. Johnny Bench on the optic. So that one's for Scott. And then Pat Murphy on the black disco for Jose with the Brewers. Jamie Arnold on the blue laser is going out to John K. There's a nice Mizorowski, the Miz Unleashed. Cool looking card. Nice insert. Congrats to Milwaukee and Jose. And Miz will go up to 11 on the hit counter. Rated prospects of Summerhill for Tampa Bay, Parker with Toronto, Willits with Washington, and Arnold with Oakland. There's a Bobby Witt. I saw predictions in the chat that Bobby Witt would show up a little bit more. And Acuna, Ken Griffey Sr., Gibson, Ryan, Clark, Smith, Clemens, Hoffman, Heston Kjerstad on the red, white, and blue for Baltimore. Marcelo Meyer with the Rockets for Boston. Bobby Witt Jr. on the insert with the Statue of Liberty border going to Kansas City. So Bobby Witt is, in fact, showing up a little bit in box 11. He's within one of Aaron Judge. So a couple Bobby Witts going to Lloyd. Tate's out the scene for Atlanta on the Statue of Liberty. Roman Anthony with the optic. Deion Sanders on the blue laser. Another new Reds insert for Scott. I called it so far. You sure did. Slade Caldwell with the black disco. The rated prospects here are Made, Dickerson, Gavin Feen, a couple Washingtons, and Johnny Farmello with Seattle. Kansas City, George Brett, Carter Jensen, rated rookie. Mattingly, Jackson, Kim, Judge. So Judge goes to 9 within 2 of the leaders. Miz and Skeens tied. King Felix, Gil Hodges. Kansas City, Carter Jensen on the red, white, and blue rated rookie. Gil Hodges going out to the Brooklyn Dodgers on the Statue of Liberty. Leo DeVry, and we got an autograph coming. That autograph is going to be for St. Louis. Leo DeVry on the Statue of Liberty. Insert for the A's. That's a nice one going out to the A's, John K. For the record, it is a red team, and I thought for a second, Scott, that it was a Reds auto, and then I saw the last name. So it is a Chase, but the next auto is Chase Davis for St. Louis. So congratulations going to Christopher P. Chase Davis with St. Louis. Just trying to make sure I don't miss any numbering on this one like I did the Josh Hamilton. Still a very nice card. Congratulations on that. Wright with the Mets on the optic. Carlton Fisk with Boston on the black disco. Eli Willits on the nice blue laser rated prospect. The Washington spot, Timothy C. I know, Scott. I thought I had it. You had asked for it. I thought I had it. I apologize that I did not. James Wood with Washington. Our rated prospects are going to be Anderson with Seattle, Schultz with Chicago, Pena with Milwaukee, and Pierce with Tampa Bay. Kerstad, Okamoto, rated rookie for Toronto. Rodriguez, Wood, Amai, rated rookie with Houston. Tong, rated rookie with the Mets. Pujols, DeRocher, Henderson, red, white, and blue of Josh Gibson for the Homestead Grays spot. King Felix on the Statue of Liberty insert for Seattle. Freeland with LA on the red and blue. Kyson Witherspoon, Boston, Statue of Liberty. Jimmy Crooks, St. Louis on the optic. Philadelphia's Jimmy Fox with the blue laser. Liam Doyle, optic, St. Louis. And our rated prospects, Rojas with Chicago, Voigt with New York, Cunningham with Arizona, and McGonigal with Detroit. Last pack of this box 11. Barry Larkin, Campbell, Alomar, Page, Sungmoon Song for the rated rookie for San Diego. Sagano, Jung, Jackson, Cruz. There's a nice red, white, and blue of Paul Skeens. Nice insert there for Pittsburgh, Brandon. So we're going to get Skeens top loaded here. And Skeens goes up to 12 to take the lead on the hit counter. Randy Johnson with the Statue of Liberty border. Riley Quick with the red and blue from Minnesota. Ryan Sloan on the Statue of Liberty border. Rated prospect, Seattle. There's an Aaron Judge optic. So Judge is going to push forward and try to stay within shouting distance of the leaders on the hit counter. Nice one there for Aaron Judge. Last couple cards of box 11. Bryce Eldridge, nice rated rookie on the blue laser. Aloy for Baltimore, optic, rated prospect, and then our rated prospects in the last pack. Charlie Condon, Santucci, Carson Benj, and Petrie for Washington. All right, that was box number 11. Let's move right into box number 12. Guerrero Sr., Jones, Paul Skeens, and then we're going to have Cabrera, and then we're going to have Mizorowski. That's just the way that it goes. And then Peyton Tolley on the rated rookie. So let me update the hit counter here. Miz is going to go to 12 and temporarily tie Skeens, but then Skeens goes to 13. Hit counter total is at 42. Jim Tomei, Jimmy Crooks, St. Louis. Nice red, white, and blue insert for the Brewers. Jackson Churio. Chandler Simpson at Tampa Bay Statue of Liberty insert. The Jordan Yost Statue of Liberty insert for Detroit. Our first relic or auto for this box is going to be Aiden Miller from Philadelphia. So Philly spot is Benjamin. Congrats on the Aiden Miller. Griffey Sr. optic for the Reds. Keyshaw on the black disco. Luke Stevenson rated prospect on the blue laser for Seattle. Cam Smith with Houston for the bomb squad, and our rated prospects are going to be Caldwell for Arizona, Seaver King for Washington, Crawford for Philadelphia, and Taylor for the A's. Matt Shaw, Jacob Wilson, Hamilton, Lazari, Yes Savage on the rated rookie. Fisk, Pat Murphy, Moore, DeLauder on the rated rookie. Two good rated rookies in that pack. Jace Jung for that red and blue for Detroit. Aloy on the rocket ships for Baltimore. Montgomery on the Statue of Liberty for Chicago. Gillen on the Statue of Liberty for Tampa Bay, rated prospect. Angel Acuna on the optic. This is a fun one because it says Chicago there. And then on the back, I know I'm slowing myself down, it actually says New York. So there's an error on that. I don't think it's going to do much for the value, but that is an error. That is a white sock now in the checklist. So Angel Acuna optic. Chandler Simpson on the Tampa Bay blue laser. Charlie Condon with a nice optic rated prospect for Colorado. Our rated prospect base for this pack, Sirota with LA, Susana with Washington, Houston with Minnesota, and Asijan with New York. Frank Chance, Marcelo Meyer, Matthews, Schmidt, Perez, Trainer, Young Kim, Canseco, Dwight Gooden. Nice Cam Schlittler on the red, white, and blue insert for the Yankees. Bryce Eldridge with the Statue of Liberty. Cam Schlittler on the purple insert. We haven't seen that many of the purple inserts. It's a nice one for the Yankees. Congrats, Jonathan C. Jun Kim with Texas for the Statue of Liberty. There's a Bobby Witt Jr. with the optic. I think if Bobby Witt Jr. was on a different team, and I like the Royals, but if he was on a different team, he'd get more press because he is really, really good. So there you go. Congratulations to the Kansas City Spot Lloyd. Rivera on the Black Disco. Luis Hernandez, rated prospect, blue laser for San Francisco. Rated prospects for this pack: Irish with Baltimore, Schoolcraft with San Diego, Hammond with Kansas City, and Doyle with St. Louis. Burns, Smith, Johnson, Rodriguez, Bubba Chandler rated rookie, Bryce Eldridge rated rookie, Montgomery, Simpson, Howard, Frank Chance for Chicago on the red, white, and blue. Scott says that Jeff has to shave that card in half and send the front to Chicago and the back to the Mets. So you guys are going to have to get that, get some good work with the X-Acto knife back there. Not of the optics though. It's only the optic that has that. That's what's weird. The base is fine. It's just the optic that has it. There's a nice Cam Schlittler on the Rocket parallel for the Yankees. Followed up by another good parallel, Bubba Chandler for Pittsburgh. It's going to be on that Statue of Liberty. Now, it does go to Chicago, despite the misprint on the back. Aiden Miller on the Statue of Liberty. Gil Hodges from the Dodgers optic. Colson Montgomery on the blue laser. Charles Davalon with the Dodgers on the... oh, there's the Black Disco. I couldn't see the circles right away. Maybe it's just because I've seen a lot of cards so far. Our rated prospects in this pack: Gage Jump for Oakland, or for the A's. Davalon with LA. Namala with Toronto. And Arquette with Miami. So there's an Arquette. We haven't seen many Miami since you jumped in, Goo Baby, but there's one. Yogi Berra, Jason Veritek, Molina, Rivera, Keyshaw, Young, Ripken, Schlittler. Jacob Wilson on the red, white, and blue for the A's. Pudge Rodriguez with Texas on the Statue of Liberty. Freeland on the rated prospect Statue of Liberty for LA. Here's our other relic for this box: Seth Hernandez, nice prospect pitcher for Pittsburgh. So congrats for Pittsburgh again, going out to Brandon. Pittsburgh's done well. All of them do kind of have circles on them now, Scott. You're not wrong. I just put that in the wrong pile. Hernandez on the optic, King Felix for Seattle. Yadi Molina with the Black Disco. There's a nice Ethan Holiday on the blue laser for Colorado. So Jonathan C., congrats there. Anybody jumping in? We are, I mean, any of these rookies, any of these prospects inserts, they're getting sleeved off screen. We're just trying to keep it moving here. Like David Ortiz, Big Pappy. Really nice card for Boston. That'll get sleeved off screen. Rated prospects for this pack: Arias with Boston, Honeycutt with Baltimore, White with the A's, and Phillips with Boston. Young, Ripken, Schlittler, Burns, Smith, Johnson, Rodriguez, Bubba Chandler on the rated rookie. Treyas Savage on the red, white, and blue rated rookie is a nice one for Toronto. Treyas Savage has definitely shown up in this break. There's a Josh Gibson for the Homestead Grays. Charlie Condon. Nice insert there. Condon with the Statue of Liberty for Colorado. And here we go. It's Cincinnati Jersey King. Steel Hall, Scott. So there you go. You got a Jersey King coming your direction for Cincinnati. The Steel Hall. Congrats. It's going to be followed up right away by a Deion Sanders optic for Cincinnati. Christian Moore for the Angels. It's going to be a Black Disco. Hope for the Dodgers is the blue laser. There's a Bobby Witt Jr. on the Elite Series. So Bobby Witt, again, Scott, guys, you should probably listen to the things that Scott says, because he said there's going to be more Bobby Witt Jr. in this second half. And we are already almost doubling what he had in the first half of the thing. We've only done 2 boxes. So Bobby Witt jumping back in it. Our rated prospects to end this box: Enrique Bradfield Jr. for Baltimore, Caminiti with Atlanta, Rayner with Detroit, and Smith with Chicago. Okay, moving right along into box 13. Anybody in the chat have any needs they need to attend to? Let me know, but otherwise we're going to keep moving. Louder, Larkin, Campbell, Alomar, Page, Moonsung rated rookie, Sagano, Young, Chandler Simpson on the red, white, and blue for Tampa Bay. I'm going to stop at the casino and make some bets. Absolutely. I'd put it on red. Huh? Look at that. Come on. Is there any love by the mods back there? He's got the reds. I'd go to the casino. I'd put it on red. Right? Okay, that's enough. We'll keep going. But Chandler Simpson, red, white, and blue for Tampa Bay. Christian Moore with Los Angeles on the Statue of Liberty. Ethan Salas with San Diego Statue of Liberty. Nice Jersey Kings for Detroit. That's Bryce Rayner. So that one's going to John S. Congrats. Bo Jackson with the optic. There's a nice Bubba Chandler on the black disco for the Pirates. Normally, by the way, guys, we do like a recap at the end of the break. I don't think we're going to recap at the end of this one. We might, but Jeff's got some sorting going on there, so we might, but there's a lot of cards to go through already. George Lombard Jr., very nice one for the Yankees on the blue laser. Another Yankee, Spencer Jones on the Unleashed. Our rated prospects, Tibbs III for L.A., Bazana for Cleveland, Bonema for Chicago, and Culpepper for Minnesota. Josh Gibson, Nolan Ryan, Will Clark, Smith, Clemens, Hoffman, Shurio, Horton, Matsui. Red, white, and blue of Dwight Gooden. The Rocket border, the Statue of Liberty border for Pat Murphy. The red and blue, not to be confused with the red, white, and blue, rated prospect for Eduardo Tate for Minnesota. There's a Steel Hall Cincinnati prospect with the Statue of Liberty border. There you go, Scott. Jace Jung with Detroit on the optic. Doc Gooden on the optic silver prism for the Mets. Jose Canseco on the blue laser. There we go. Rated prospects for this pack. Montgomery with Chicago. Carlson with Chicago. Keelan with San Francisco. And Shores with Los Angeles. Don Mattingly. Reggie Jackson. Sung Kim. There's an Aaron Judge. So Judge goes up to 11. He's 1 away from Miz and 2 away from Skeens. King Felix. Hodges. There's a Bobby Witt. So Bobby gets into double digits at 10. Bobby Witt and Judge are going for Skeens. Maybe recap just numbered Jersey Kings and autos. Yeah, we'll see. That might be where we go on that. Angel Acuna. See, there's the Angel Acuna base. Chicago. But on the optic, it doesn't have it. It's crazy. Ken Griffey Sr. with Cincinnati. Guerrero Sr. with Anaheim on the red, white, and blue. Carlton Fisk with Boston on the Statue of Liberty. Jose DePaula, Statue of Liberty for LA. Sagano on the optic. Pudge Rodriguez on the black disco. Caden Bodine, rated prospect for Baltimore, is going to be on the blue laser. And here's a nice Bobby Witt Jr. That's a Bobby Witt Jr. Unleashed out of 149. There we go. The KC spot just lit up a little bit. Lloyd S. Numbered Bobby Witt Jr. out of 149. We're not going to fireworks that, but we are going to get a nice fist bump in there. There we go. Sweet. All right, very good. Congrats. You can see that out of 149 right there, a little out of focus. I got to get Bobby Witt Jr. up on the hit counter. Almost forgot that one. So tied with Judge now. 1 back from Miz, 2 back from Skeens. We're at 47 total. Rated prospects of Bradfield Jr. for Baltimore, Caminiti for Atlanta, Rayner for Detroit, and Smith for Chicago. All right. A-Rod, James Wood, Amai rated rookie for Houston. Tong rated rookie for New York. Pujols, DeRocher, Henderson, Brett, Jensen rated rookie for Kansas City. There's a Johnny Bench, red, white, and blue for those Cincinnati Reds. Randy Johnson from Seattle is going to get the Rocket border. Trey Savage with a nice Statue of Liberty. How are you, Rob? Oh, Rob's in the house too, guys. You can say hi to Rob in the chat. All right. There we go. So that's a nice one for Toronto. Congrats, Timothy C. Joswar Gonzalez with the Statue of Liberty. Mun Sung from San Diego on the Optic rated rookie. Yoon Kim from Arizona on the Blue Laser. Ike Irish from Baltimore on the Black Disco. Our rated prospects for this pack are Hope for LA, Hernandez for Pittsburgh, Emerson for Seattle, and Russell for Texas. Sosa, Griffey Jr., Sproat, rated rookie for the Brewers. Bumgarner, Keith, Winfield, Kierstad, Okamoto from Toronto, rated rookie. Sammy Sosa on the red, white, and blue for Chicago. That's the Row Boys. Bought a pack earlier. Thanks for buying that again, Row Boys. Looking for some more Cubs hits for you, hopefully. Ooh, we got an auto coming up here, too. There's a Tony Lazzeri on the Statue of Liberty for New York. There's a nice Brady Ebel on the Statue of Liberty for the Brewers. Very nice. Congrats, Jose. And our auto is going to be Blake Mitchell out of 99. Blake Mitchell for Kansas City. Solid. I've got some Blake Mitchell from Elite Extra Edition. I remember having some of those. But very cool card. You can see the numbering there. I didn't miss that one. Out of 99. There you go. So we got to get some fireworks going. Again, I said that Kansas City spot was heating up. It has absolutely been heating up. We'll see what happens, Scott. The predictions are probably pretty solid. We'll see. All right, so that's great for Kansas City again. Lloyd, congrats. Optic of Satchel Paige for St. Louis. The Jace Laviolette. I think that's a numbered card also. Oh, it's not. Just a green parallel. Green prism. That's a nice looking card for Cleveland. So we're going to take care of that guy. Very cool. That's going to Michael. Yeah, I mean, Skeens is still in the lead right now, so we'll see what happens. Riley Quick with the blue laser. And there's a Bobby Witt Jr. right there. Just as I tell you, Skeens is still in the lead. Witt Jr. ties up Miz one away from the lead with Skeens with 13. Oh, you absolutely called it, Scott. You said right in the chat. Like, I feel like Witt Jr. is really going to show up this second half. All right, rated prospects for this pack. Summerhill with Tampa Bay, Parker with Toronto, Eli Willits with Washington, and Arnold with the A's. All right, this is box 13, I believe. Last pack of that. Fox, Sanders, Yount, Ortiz, Euclid, Piazza, Strawberry, Kurtz, Allen. Nice Jonah Tong on the rated rookie for the Mets. And the red, white, and blue. So congrats, man. The Mets, if you're a Mets fan, I feel for you because they have just not been very good. Josh Hamilton with the Statue of Liberty border for Texas. Cinco on the blue and red rated prospect for LA. Stevenson on the Statue of Liberty for Seattle. Alomar with the optic for Toronto. Pie Trainer with the blue laser for Pittsburgh. Arias with the optic for Boston. And then our rated prospects, Made for Milwaukee, Dickerson for Washington, Fiend for Washington, and Farmello for Seattle. An entire pack of just Witt. That would be amazing. All right, here we go. Box 14, guys. We're moving along. We're still going to, thanks for sticking with us. If you've been here, if you're jumping in, thank you for being in. Again, check out Cardline's content in other areas too. Check out the auctions that are currently live for our future breaks on eBay. We'd love to have you guys in. All right, Ken Griffey Jr., Sproat, rookie card for Milwaukee. Sorry, Max. Bumgarner, Keith, Winfield, Kierstad, Okamoto for Toronto on the rated rookie. Rodriguez for Texas. Kansas City still staying hot with a George Brett, red, white, and blue. Jackson Churio on the nice Statue of Liberty for Milwaukee. White from Oakland on the Statue of Liberty. There's Tampa Bay with Chandler Simpson on the Jersey King. So the Tampa Bay spot, Clarence. Getting a nice Chandler Simpson. And while I did that, I'm going to give myself a chance to reload my top loaders a little bit here, guys. So I don't have to pause too much in there. Okay, back at it. Thanks. Nick Kurtz on the optic for Oakland for the A's. Chipper Jones with Atlanta on the Black Disco. Russell for Texas on the rated prospect Blue Laser. Cade Horton on the Diamond Marvels for the Cubs. There you go, roll boys. Rated prospects in this pack Jump for the A's. Davalon for LA. Namala with Toronto. And Arquette for Miami. Neon Dion, Rockin' Robin, Big Papi, Euclid, Piazza, I ran out of nicknames. Daryl Strawberry, Kurtz, Dick Allen, Sammy Sosa. There's Ken Griffey Sr., red, white, and blue for Scott and the Reds. Trevor Hoffman, the closer with the Statue of Liberty for San Diego. Theo Gillen on the red and blue for Tampa Bay on the rated prospect. Vance Honeycutt, rated prospect, Statue of Liberty. For Baltimore, Daryl Strawberry with New York and Piazza with New York. That's an optic and then a blue laser. Susana with the optic with Washington, rated prospect, and then a rated prospects on this pack. Arias with Boston, Honeycutt with Baltimore, White with the A's, and Phillips with Boston. Ooh, this is throwing it off a little bit. Normally we go Skeens, Cabrera, and the Mizorowski, but there's a Miz at the top of a pack. So now maybe the Miz is tied with Skeens in the lead. Hoffman was drafted by the Reds as a shortstop. I did not know that. There's Peyton Tolley on the rated rookie. Tomei, Jimmy Crooks, St. Louis. David Wright, Anthony, Bench, Fox. Another Cincinnati, red, white, and blue. Rhett Lauder. Again, Scott, I love it. It's good stuff. Roger Clemens with the Statue of Liberty for Boston. Another Boston, Franklin Arias, Statue of Liberty. Here's a nice Connor Griffin on the purple parallel. Again, not numbered, but a parallel card. We haven't seen that many of those. Nice for that Pittsburgh spot, Brandon. One of those clearly cards, Andrew Painter on the rated prospect. It's a super cool card. I'd love to see them number those somehow. It'd be crazy. If you're looking on the overhead, you might see Jeff starting to open those last boxes. I'll just make sure we divide them so that I don't... Actually, I'll just pull this one out here. That way we're good. Piazza on the optic with the Mets. Guerrero with Anaheim on the black disco. Colt Emerson, just flip those around, on the blue laser for Seattle, rated prospect. Rated prospects for this pack, Condon with Colorado, Santucci with the Mets, Benj with the Mets, and Petrie with Washington. Trey Savage on the rated rookie. Carlton Fisk, Murphy, Moore, DeLauder rated rookie. Guerrero Sr., Chipper Jones, there's a Paul Skeens, Miggy Cabrera, and then no Miz to follow. So that's how that ends up playing out. A lot of drama in the pack order there. Not really, but just for the hit counter. All right, and Skeens is back in lead with 14. Total is at 50. Yogi Berra, red, white, and blue for the Yankees. Matthews with Houston on the Rocket border. Ozzie Smith with St. Louis on the Statue of Liberty border. Petrie with Washington on the Statue of Liberty for the rated prospect. Euclid for the optic. Euclid for the blue laser for Boston. Seaver King with Washington, black disco. Rated prospects for this pack. Boston's Witherspoon. DeVry with the A's. South Assign with Atlanta. And Aloy with Baltimore. Trainer, Young Kim, Canseco, Gooden, Shaw, Wilson, Hamilton, Lazari. Red, white, and blue of Randy Johnson with Seattle. Will Clark on the Statue of Liberty. Carson Benj from New York. Going to be on the Statue of Liberty. Rated prospect. Nick Kurtz on the Jersey Kings. For the A's, John Kay. Nice Nick Kurtz. I think we saw a nice Nick Kurtz auto earlier. A's spot doing well. Big Papi on the optic for Boston. DeLauder with the rated rookie black disco for Cleveland. Hernandez on the blue laser for Pittsburgh. Pujols on the bomb squad. Rated prospects in this pack. Tibbs the third for LA. Bazana for Cleveland. Bonemer for Chicago. And Culpepper for Minnesota. Eldridge with San Francisco rated rookie. Montgomery, Simpson, Howard, Chance, Meyer, Matthews, Schmidt, Perez. Last little bit here of box number, I think it's 14. Mike Schmidt, red, white, and blue. I think we've seen a few of those. Nolan Ryan on the Statue of Liberty. Sungjun Kim from Texas on the red and blue. Santucci on the Statue of Liberty rated prospect. Robin Yount on the optic for the Brewers. Ortiz, Big Papi on the blue laser. Sirota on the optic rated prospect for LA. And then our rated prospects are Montgomery for Chicago, Carlson for Chicago, Keelan for San Francisco, and Shores for LA. All right. We are down to box 15, and then we've got our last quarter left, and we'll do a little update. Scott, you must have just rewound it. No Miz autos yet. Again, we've seen some nice Brewers, but no Miz autos, Jose. All right, here we go with box 15. Good luck. Reggie Jackson, Sung Kim. There's an Aaron Judge. So Judge is tied with Witt Jr., 1 off of Miz and 2 off of Skeens. Back to work. Yeah, me too. A little different, though. I get to open cards right now for work. Felix Hernandez, Hodges. There's a Bobby Witt. So Bobby Witt says, I don't want to be tied with Judge. Bobby Witt actually ties up Miz. Angel Acuna, Griffey Sr. There's Scott's Reds. Tony Perez, red, white, and blue. Reggie Jackson on the Statue of Liberty. Bazana from Cleveland with a nice Statue of Liberty insert. Congrats to Michael. And the Met spot's going to get a nice relic here. So Timothy C. is going to get a Carson Bench on the Jersey Kings. And not numbered. Miggy Cabrera with the optic. Clemens on the black disco. Slater DeBrun from Baltimore on the blue laser. Ooh, almost skipped a Jackson Churio. Jose was in here. Almost skipped a Jackson Churio Diamond Marvels. You would have still gotten it. We just wouldn't have seen it on screen. So, Salas for the rated prospect for San Diego. Conrad with Chicago. Quick with Minnesota. And Bodine with Baltimore. Those are your rated prospects for that pack. Wood, Amai for Houston, rated rookie. Tong with the rated rookie for the Mets. Pujols, DeRocher, Henderson, Brett, Jensen, rated rookie for Kansas City, and Don Mattingly. Carlton Fisk on the red, white, and blue. Liam Doyle from St. Louis, rated prospect on the Rockets. Don Mattingly on the Statue of Liberty. James Tibbs III on the Statue of Liberty, rated prospect. There's a nice Paul Skeens on the optic. So Skeens is feeling threatened and feels like he needs to get up there a little bit on the hit counter. We really haven't seen this second half. We haven't seen a whole lot of Skeens and Miz. They were up there pretty high, and then this not as much. But there's a nice Paul Skeens. Schmidt on the optic silver prism. Satchel Paige from St. Louis on the blue laser. Rated prospects, Evil from the Brewers from Milwaukee. Gonzalez with San Francisco. DePaula with LA. And Steele Hall with Cincinnati. Sosa, Griffey Jr., Brandon Sproat, rookie from Milwaukee. Bumgarner, Colt Keith, Winfield, Kierstead, Okamoto, rated rookie for Toronto. And then A-Rod. Cleveland's going to get Jim Tomei on the red, white, and blue inserts. Carter Jensen on the Statue of Liberty. Jimmy Crooks on the purple for St. Louis, rated rookie. Chase Shores for LA on the Statue of Liberty with the rated prospects. Chipper Jones on the optic. Ozzie Smith with the black disco. Clinchy with the blue laser rated prospects. Our 4 prospects here. Painter for Philadelphia. Holiday for Colorado. Hernandez for San Francisco. And Stevenson for Seattle. Jimmy Fox. Sanders. Robin Yount. Ortiz. Euclid. Piazza. Strawberry. Kurtz. Dick Allen. Mike Piazza again with the red, white, and blue. Yogi Berra on the Rockets. George Brett on the Statue of Liberty. Gavin Keelan from San Francisco, rated prospect, Statue of Liberty. Vlad Guerrero Sr. with the Angels is going to be an optic. Alomar from Toronto is going to see our blue laser. Carson Bench is a nice one for the Mets on the black disco. There we go. Nice one for New York Mets, Timothy C. Rated prospects, Canarella with Miami, Nans with Houston, Lodice with Atlanta, and La Violette with Cleveland. Miggy Cabrera, there's Miz. Peyton Tolley. So again, a little different setup. No Skeens to start that off. So Miz is going to jump within 1 of Skeens. Tomei, Jimmy Crooks on the rated rookie for St. Louis. David Wright, Anthony Bench. Okamoto on the red, white, and blue on the rated rookie for Toronto. It's a nice one. Ricky Henderson with the Statue of Liberty. Braden Montgomery with the Statue of Liberty for Chicago, rated rookie. There's a nice autograph for Colorado. Going to keep it going. Chase Dollander. Chase Dollander on the autograph for Colorado. There we go. Nice one for Jonathan C. Again, Colorado Happy to see they've done better than they did in the hobby box break we did on Monday. But nice signature series Chase Dollander on the auto. Chase DeLauder's a nice optic rated rookie for Cleveland. Justin Crawford with the optic silver chrome for Philly for the rated prospect. Rated prospect Spencer Jones on the blue lasers, a nice one. There's an Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge on the bomb squad. So Judge is going to tie it back up with Witt Jr. This hit counter as we get to the end of the third quarter of this thing is surprisingly close. Maybe not surprisingly, but impressively close. We'll say that. All right. Witt and Judge are at 13. Miz at 14. Skeens at 15. Rated prospects for this one, Janeo with Cleveland, Wood with Philadelphia, Griffin with Pittsburgh, and Tate with Minnesota. Last pack of the third quarter, Tony Lazzari, Trey Savage on the rated rookie for Toronto, Fisk, Murphy, Moore, DeLauder rated rookie for Cleveland, Guerrero Sr., Jones, there's a Paul Skeens. So Skeens jumps to a 2-hit lead at this point. All right, last of the pack here. Don Mattingly, red, white, and blue for the Yankees. DeRocher for the Cubs on the Statue of Liberty. Rojas from Chicago on the blue and red insert. Hagen Smith from the White Sox on the Statue of Liberty. Christian Moore on the optic. Christian Campbell from Boston on the blue laser. Billy Carlson from Chicago on the rated prospect optic. And our rated prospect Donruss are Jun Kim with Texas, Gillen with Tampa Bay, Yost with Detroit, and Bremner with LA. Okay, that is, we're getting there. Miz is coming at some point. But not, it was the end of, we got into the inserts there. Let me throw the hit counter up there so I can take a quick drink, and you guys can see where we're at. There are no changes yet. A number of you are on Skeens, so that puts you in a pretty decent spot. All right, sorry about that. But we are going to move right into the last grouping, unless there's somebody in the eBay chat that's like, hey, I really want you to run a slab, or I really want you to run a pack. If I don't see that, I think we're just going to keep moving forward because, there's still a lot of cards to go. We got a full quarter of this thing left. All right, so I'm going to get the hit counter off of there. You see the update. We're going into box 16. Hopefully, Jeff will come around here and open those last 3 boxes yet. We've got 2 of the last 5 open, and then 2 that are not, or 3 that are not, rather. But we're going to keep it moving. Keep going. We're on a roll. Scott, you called it. You're right. Scott's got knowledge. Here we go. Fox, Deion Sanders, Yount, Big Papi, Euclid, Piazza, Strawberry, Kurtz, Christian Moore on the red, white, and blue for the Angels. Piazza from the Mets with the Statue of Liberty. Pena with a nice one for the Brewers on the Statue of Liberty. And then Toronto, we got JoJo Parker on the Jersey King. So the Toronto spot, Timothy C. Congrats on the Jersey King, JoJo. You're going to open these next 3 boxes too?
Yep.
Okay,
well,
perfect.
The last one you can do the packs.
Okay, I don't know if we need to, but you can if you want to. Frank Chance on the optic. Houston with Houston's got Bryce Matthews on the Black Disco. Voigt with the rated prospect blue laser for the Mets. There's a nice Aaron Judge on the Elite Series. So Judge is going to jump in front of Witt and tie up Miz. And this hit counter is tight. As we get down to it, it is tight. So Judge goes to 14. Him and Miz are tied. Witt Jr. 13. Skeens at 16. Rated prospects for this pack. Rojas with Chicago. Voigt with New York. Cunningham with Arizona. McGonigal with Detroit. There's a Paul Skeens jumping out to a bigger lead. Then a Miggy and then a Mizorowski. And then that Peyton Tolley rookie. So let me get those up there in the hit counter. So Skeens goes to 17. Miz goes to 15. All right, we're up at 59 total. Tomei Crooks from St. Louis on the rated rookie. Wright, Anthony, bench. There's another David Wright, but a red, white, and blue for the Mets. Carson Benj on the nice insert, the Rocket insert for the Mets. I feel like the Rockets have been more rare than the Statue of Liberty. We've seen 2 or 3 Statue of Liberties, but we don't see Rockets in every pack. A nice one for the Mets. Timothy C. All right, Euclid on the Statue of Liberty. Schultz from Chicago on the Statue of Liberty. Elston Howard on the Optic. Christian Moore from the Angels on the Blue Laser. Aloy from Baltimore on the Optic. Our rated prospects, Kilby from New York, Gamble from KC, Lindsay from LA, and Waldschmidt from Arizona. Hamilton, Lazari, Yasavage on the rated rookie. Fisk, Murphy, Moore, DeLauder on the rated rookie from Cleveland. Guerrero, Jones. There's a Nick Kurtz on the red, white, and blue. David Ortiz, Big Pappy on the Statue of Liberty. Cade Anderson is going to be there from Seattle on the rated prospect Statue of Liberty. And then we've got a Gavin Keelan from San Fran. That's going to be numbered out of 99. Timothy C. with the San Francisco spot. A Gavin Keelan. On kind of this, I'm going to call it the purple cracked ice. That's what it looks like to me. So let's get that in there. Let's get some fireworks up. I know we're rolling, but we got a firework when we get a good card on a 99. And as you can see, it's 16 out of 99. Congrats on that. All right. Simpson with the Optic for Tampa Bay. Meyer with Boston for the Black Disco. Rojas with Chicago on the Blue Laser. Our prospects, George Lombard Jr. for the Yankees. Rodriguez for St. Louis. Sinco for LA. And Blake Mitchell for KC. Matthews. Excuse me. Schmidt. Perez. Trainer. Young Kim. Canseco. Gooden. Shaw. Wilson. James Wood on the red, white, and blue for Washington. Bryce Eldridge, a nice insert on the Rocket for Detroit. Robbing you out with the Statue of Liberty. Kevin McGonigal with a nice Statue of Liberty insert. Good one for Detroit. That was a nice set of those Statue of Liberty inserts. Or the Rocket and Statue of Liberty. Montgomery with the Optic. Pat Murphy on the Blue Laser for the Brewers. Liam Doyle, rated prospect, Black Disco. The prospects for this pack, Salas from San Diego, Conrad from Chicago, Quick from Minnesota, and Bodine from Baltimore. Pudge Rodriguez, Bubba Chandler, rated rookie for Pittsburgh. Bryce Eldridge, rated rookie for San Fran. Montgomery, Simpson, Howard, Chance, Meyer. There's a Hyosung Kim from LA on the red, white, and blue inserts. There's another red for Scott. Deion Sanders with the Statue of Liberty. Kason Cunningham from Arizona. And, ooh, there's a nice one. Jersey Kings, Paul Skeens.
Oh.
So the Skeens hit comes right there. Again, the Pittsburgh spot. Brandon Q, very nice. So Skeens, there he is. Again, not numbered on the Jersey Kings. I don't think I've missed any. Jeff and Max haven't brought any back to me. I was like, hey, dummy, make sure you look at this. But he's up to 18 now. A little bit of a solid lead. Oh, hold on, we're going to get a nice lower number card here. Bryce Eldridge on the Optic for San Francisco, rated rookies, nice. And then Carter Jensen, going to be Kansas City out of 69. 60 out of 69 for that Kansas City spot. Again, that Kansas City's done well here, Lloyd. So let me get that in there. And kaboom! There's the fireworks. Congrats on that. All right, still working through box 16 here. Ryan Waldschmidt, Arizona, on the Blue Laser. There's a nice Colt Emerson, Seattle Unleashed. Prospects are going to be Ebel from Milwaukee, Gonzalez from San Fran, DePaula from LA, and Hall from Cincinnati. Second half's been really good for KC Sky, yeah. Molina, Rivera, Keyshaw, Young, Ripken, Schlittler, Burns, Smith, Johnson. Red, white, and blue is Ozzie Smith for St. Louis. Jimmy Fox, Philadelphia, is going to be the Statue of Liberty. Jace Laviolette for Cleveland, the blue and red. Mitch Voigt from New York, Statue of Liberty. There's a nice Bubba Chandler on the Optic for Pittsburgh. Nice card. Carlton Fisk for the Blue Laser. Gage Jump on the Optic rated prospect for Oakland. And our last prospects in this box, Andrew Painter with Philadelphia, Holiday with Colorado, Hernandez with San Francisco, and Stevenson with Seattle. There we go. All right, moving right along, box 17. Ooh. Need like a massaging chair while you're doing this. Here we go. Veritek, Molina, Rivera, Keyshaw, Young, Ripken, Schlittler, Burns. There's Mike Piazza on the red, white, and blue. Ricky Henderson, Statue of Liberty. Braden Montgomery is going to be the Statue of Liberty for the rated prospect. Then for the Cubs, for the Row Boys, nice one, Cade Horton, Jersey Kings. Definitely heavier on the Jersey Kings and the relics than when we look at these megas than the autos, but we have seen some autos. So congrats on nice Cade Horton for the Row Boys. Chicago spot. Guerrero Sr. on the optic. Jacob Wilson with the black disco. Gavin Feen from Washington on the rated prospect blue laser. That's an Elite Series. Josh Hamilton for Texas. Our rated prospects for this one, Genoa with Cleveland, Gage Wood with Philadelphia, Connor Griffin with Pittsburgh, and Tate with Minnesota. Guessing Jeff gave you a strange look with the massaging chair request. He did not give me a strange. He actually laughed a little bit. Jeff hasn't been on air in quite a while, and we miss him on air because he's really good at what he does. But it's been me and Marty holding it down. So maybe when he has to sit here and open 2,400 cards, he'll think, yes, a massaging chair. So we'll see. Christian Campbell, Alomar, Page, Mun Song is the rated rookie from San Diego. Sagano, Jung, Jackson, Cruz, Yogi Berra. There's a Okamoto, rated rookie, red, white, and blue for Toronto. DeRocher on the Statue of Liberty for Chicago. There's a nice Brady Ebel for the Brewers and Jose. It's a nice one on the red and blue. Hagen Smith, rated prospect for Chicago, Statue of Liberty. Chase DeLauder on the optic for Cleveland, a nice one. Josh Hamilton for Texas is going to be a silver prism optic. Jimmy Crooks with the blue laser optic for St. Louis. Rated prospects are Jun Kim with Texas, Gillen with Tampa Bay, Yost with Detroit, and Bremner with LA. Ooh, wrong pile. There we go. Here we go. Will Clark, Ozzie Smith, Clemens, Hoffman, Churio, Horton, Matsui, Lauder, Larkin, red, white, and blue, Don Mattingly for the Yankees. Pujols with the Statue of Liberty. Bryce Rayner from Detroit with the Statue of Liberty rated prospects. Christian Moore on the optic. Matt Shaw on the black disco for Chicago for the Cubs. Luke Dickerson with Washington, the blue laser. Ooh, here's a James Wood Diamond Marvels numbered to 99. Nice one for the Washington spot. Congratulations, Timothy C. James Wood, the 99. Firework time. Boom. See if you can see it right there. 53 out of 99. Very nice. Our rated prospects on this box, or this pack rather, Zach Root from LA, Sloan from Seattle, Freeland from LA, and Miller from Philadelphia. Sung Kim, Judge, there's an Aaron Judge. Judge goes to 15, back to tying the Miz. But again, Skeens is 3 ahead of both of those two. King Felix, Hodges, there's a Bobby Witt. So Bobby Witt goes to 14. And Acuna, Griffey Sr., Gibson, Ryan, Nolan Ryan as well, in red, white, and blue. Howard on the Rockets for New York. Jonah Tong, nice one on the Statue of Liberty for New York. Caminiti, Statue of Liberty for Atlanta. Pat Murphy on the optic for the Brewers. Jim Tomei with the blue laser for Cleveland. Merrick Houston with the black disco for Minnesota. Spencer Jones for the prospects for New York. Clinche with, Cinche, I think it is, with Seattle. Baltimore's DeBrune and Andrew Fisher for the Brewers. Jonah Tong on the rated rookie. Pujols, DeRocher, Henderson, Brett, Jensen on the rated rookie for Kansas City. Mattingly, Jackson, Christian Campbell from Boston, red, white, and blue. Amai from Houston on the Statue of Liberty. Enrique Bradfield Jr. rated prospect from Baltimore, Statue of Liberty. And we got an auto for Tampa Bay, Adrian Santana out of 99. A number of nice numbered cards and hits out of this box. Very nice. So again, out of 99, see it right there, 32 out of 99. Let's get those fireworks going. There we go. Again, congrats to the Tampa Bay spot, Clarence. Fisk on the optic for Boston. Dwight Gooden, Black Disco with New York. There's a nice Milwaukee Brewer card. That is a Made on the blue laser. So congrats to Jose and that Brewer spot. And then Scott says, don't give up on Bobby Witt Jr. Yeah, because the next one is a Bobby Witt Jr. Unleashed. So Bobby Witt's going to tie up Judge and The Miz. Just have to see if any of them can catch Paul Skeens. So Bobby Witt goes up to 15 as well. Rated prospects from this pack: Caldwell from Arizona, King from Washington, Crawford from Philadelphia, and Taylor from Oakland. Last pack of box number 17. Sproat for the Brewers, rated rookie. Bumgarner, Keith, Winfield, Kierstead, Okamoto, rated rookie for Toronto. Rodriguez, Wood, Amai, rated rookie for Houston. Yadi Molina, red, white, and blue. You want Skeens to win? That's fair. Gotta keep my hand stretched out so I'm not putting the cards above the camera. Sorry about that, guys. James Wood with the Statue of Liberty for Washington. Luke Stevenson, Seattle, red and blue. A.J. Russell for Texas, Statue of Liberty. There's a nice Trey Savage on the optic for Toronto, followed by Peyton Tolley, rated rookie, blue laser. Ike Irish on the rated prospect optic, and then our rated prospects to finish this box. Sirota with LA, Susana with Washington, Houston with Minnesota, and Sejan with New York. All right, box number 18. We roll forward. I do need to take a quick drink. Right now, there's 4 of you that predicted Skeens. And because actually 2 of you said 67, that's Bill and Matt, so Roboys and Goo Baby. They said 67. You're the closest currently, but I'm guessing we're going to get over that in the next couple boxes. So then if it's the closest, or if you're within 1, then you get it too. Or if you're on it. So, all right, Will Clark, Ozzie Smith, Clemens, Hoffman, Churio, Horton, Matsui, Louder, Neon Deion Sanders, red, white, and blue. That's for Scott's Reds. Smith with Houston on the Rocket, or on the Statue of Liberty, rather, excuse me. Root with LA on the Statue of Liberty rated prospect. And we've got a Jersey Kings for Houston. Cam Smith for the Houston spot. Daryl, I don't know if we've said your name too much, Daryl, but there's a nice one for you. Cam Smith, Jersey Kings. Nice relic. Sung Kim on the optic for Los Angeles. Veritek for Boston with the Black Disco. Andrew Painter on the blue laser for Philadelphia. Andrew Painter on the Unleashed for Philadelphia. A couple Andrew Painter cards. Rated prospects: Witherspoon for Boston. DeVry with the A's. Southasine with Atlanta. And Aloy with Baltimore. Sung Kim. There's an Aaron Judge. I'm assuming there's King Felix, Hodges, and there's a Bobby Witt. Those have kind of gone together. So those guys actually jump in front of Miz. So they go to 16. Miz is in last right now at 15. Jose's not happy about that. He wants more Miz. And Acuna, Griffey Sr., Gibson, Ryan. Bumgarner on the red, white, and blue for San Fran. Merrick Houston on the Rockets from Minnesota, rated prospects. Chase Burns on the Statue of Liberty. There's a nice Andrew Fisher on the Statue of Liberty rated prospect for the Brewers. So, Scott, you got the Chase Burns, and then we followed that right up with the Andrew Fisher for Jose. I like that Andrew Fisher card. Reggie Jackson, optic for New York. Hyung Kim with the optic silver prism. There's a nice Bubba Chandler rated rookie on the blue laser. Rated prospects for this pack: Tibbs the third from LA, Bazana from Cleveland, Bonemer from Chicago, and Culpepper from Minnesota. Amai from Houston on the rated rookie, Tong from the Mets on the rated rookie, Pujols, DeRocher, Henderson, George Brett, Carter Jensen on the rated rookie, Mattingly, Reggie Jackson, Leo DeRocher on the red, white, and blue for Chicago. Cam Schlittler on the nice Statue of Liberty. Hyosung Kim from Los Angeles, and that's going to be numbered to 249. For the Dodgers spot, Timothy C. getting a number to 249. Slater DeBrun from Baltimore with the Statue of Liberty. Mattingly on the Optic. Yogi Berra on the Black Disco. Laviolette on the nice blue laser insert. Montgomery, rated prospects, Montgomery from Chicago, Carlson from Chicago, Keelan from San Francisco, and Shores from LA. Griffey Jr., Sproat, rookie for the Brewers. Bumgarner, Keith, Winfield, Kierstead, Okamoto on the rated rookie for Toronto. Rodriguez, Wood. There's a Bobby Witt Jr. on the red, white, and blue. So Bobby Witt Jr. actually jumps in front of Judge and in front of Miz and one away from Skeens. Bobby Witt, have a second half here. Cal Ripken on the Rockets for Baltimore. Cal Ripken on the Statue of Liberty for Baltimore. That's a fun little pair there. Sinche on the rated prospect for Seattle on the Statue of Liberty. Carter Jensen, rated rookie optic for KC. Pudge Rodriguez on the blue laser for Texas. Gage Jump on the black disco for the A's. Rated prospects for this pack, Bradfield Jr. with Baltimore, Caminiti with Atlanta, Rayner with Detroit, and Hagen Smith with Chicago White Sox. Robinhout, David Ortiz, Euclid, Piazza, Strawberry, Kurtz, Allen, Sosa, Cade Horton on the red, white, and blue for the Cubs. Michael Young for Texas on the Statue of Liberty. Spencer Jones from New York on the Statue of Liberty rated prospect. There's an autograph for Cleveland, Joey Oakey. And that's going to be numbered out of 99. Looks like 60 out of 99. So Cleveland, Michael, congrats on that. Get that guy in there. Let's get the fireworks rolling. Ba-boom. There you go, 60 out of 99. See right there, congrats. Sort of see it through the fireworks, sorry. Nice. All right, fireworks off. George Brett on the optic. Devin Taylor on the optic silver prism for the A's. Alex Lodice, rated prospect for Atlanta, blue laser. Crunch time, Marcelo Meyer. Rated prospects for this pack. Hope for LA, Hernandez for Pittsburgh, Emerson for Seattle, Russell for Texas. There's a Mizorowski. He wants to get back in it, so he ties back up with Judge. He's going to need some more than that, though. Peyton Tolley on the rated rookie. Tomei, Crooks on the rated rookie for St. Louis. Wright, Anthony, Bench, Fox, Sanders. There's a Bo Jackson, red, white, and blue. Luke Keyshaw on the Statue of Liberty for Minnesota. Conrad on the red and blue for the Cubs, rated prospect. Devin Taylor for the A's, rated prospect, Statue of Liberty. Ricky Henderson with the optic. Randy Johnson with the Mariners, the blue laser. Salt the Sign from Atlanta for the rated prospect optic. And then our last rated prospect for this box, Summerhill with Tampa Bay, Parker with Toronto, Willits with Washington, and Arnold with Oakland. All right. Box number 19. 2 boxes to go. Here we go. Good luck on the last 2 boxes, everybody. Satchel Paige, Munsong with the rated rookie. Sagano, Young, Jackson, Cruz, Berra, Veritek. Satchel Paige is going to be the red, white, and blue for St. Louis. Johnny Bench is going to bring home the Statue of Liberty for Cincinnati. Rojas for Chicago with the Statue of Liberty. The Boston spot is going to get Kyson Witherspoon on the Jersey Kings. Kyson Witherspoon. I do like that our Jersey Kings and our the autos have seemed to spread out among some teams. It's kind of been nice. So there you go. Congrats to the Boston spot, Christopher P. Pudge with the optic for Texas. Frank Chance for Chicago, black disco. Kellen Lindsay with LA on the blue laser. Ken Griffey Jr. Bomb Squad. Our rated prospects for this pack, Canarella with Miami. Nayans with Houston. Lodice with Atlanta. And Laviolette with Cleveland. Clemens, Hoffman, Churio, Horton, Matsui, Lauder, Larkin, Campbell, Alomar. Red, white, and blue of Luke Keyshaw from Minnesota. Roman Anthony from Boston on the Statue of Liberty. Lodice from Atlanta, rated prospect, red and blue. Waldschmidt on the Statue of Liberty, rated prospect for Arizona. Randy Johnson on the optic. Matt Shaw on the optic, silver prism for Chicago. There's a nice Trey Savage on the blue laser. It's a nice one for Toronto. Again, Toronto is Timothy C. Timothy C. bought a lot of our Donruss spots in the hobby the other day, too. So, Timothy, if you watch this at all, thank you so much for buying multiple spots, being involved with Cardlines Breaks. Angel Genoa for our prospects are going to be Angel Genoa Cleveland, Gage Wood with Philadelphia, Connor Griffin with Pittsburgh, and Tate with Minnesota. King Felix, Hodges, Bobby Witt Jr. So Bobby Witt is now tied with Skeens in the lead. Crazy. Angel Acuna, Ken Griffey Sr., Gibson, Ryan, Clark, Smith, Colson Montgomery on the red, white, and blue for Chicago. David Wright with the Mets, Statue of Liberty. Pat Murphy is going to be numbered out of 249. I swear every break that I do Donruss, I pull a numbered Pat Murphy card. I do like Pat Murphy as a manager a lot. Obviously, I mentioned I'm a Brewers fan, but I am just really good at pulling out his inserts and numbered cards. I don't know that that's the thing I really want to be good at, but slow down, Bobby. You called it, Scott. You said Bobby was coming for it. Kellen Lindsay with the Statue of Liberty from LA rated prospect. Cam Smith on the optic for Houston. Elston Howard for New York on the Black Disco. Sean Gamble rated prospect on the Kansas City Blue Laser. Our rated prospects for this box are going to be, or this pack rather, Jun Kim with Texas, Gillen with Tampa Bay, Yost with Detroit, and Bremner with LA. Pujols, DeRocher, Henderson, Brett, Jensen on the rated rookie for KC, Mattingly, Jackson, Sung Kim. There's an Aaron Judge. So Judge is going to get up to 17. Before we get in the last box, I'll show you the hit counter, guys. It's kind of crazy. Canseco on the red, white, and blue for the A's. Bubba Chandler with a nice rocket ship on that. So the rocket ship, Bubba Chandler going out to the Pittsburgh spot. Brandon. Nice one. Crooks on the Statue of Liberty for St. Louis, rated rookie. Rated prospect Sean Gamble for KC on the Statue of Liberty. Chase Burns on the optic for the Reds. Scott. Tony Lazzeri with New York on the Blue Laser. Hammond for KC on the Black Disco on the rated prospect. And then our 4 rated prospects in this pack. Root for LA. Sloan for Seattle. Freeland for LA. And I think those two might be 2 different LAs. I'm not sure. And Miller for Philadelphia. Colt Keith, Winfield, Kierstad, Okamoto rookie for Toronto. Rodriguez, Wood, Amai rookie for Houston, Tong rookie for the Mets. It's going to bring us to a nice Chase DeLauder, red, white, and blue on the rated rookie. Tomei on the Statue of Liberty for Cleveland. Dax Kilby on the Statue of Liberty and for New York. And apparently Joey Oakey was big in this box because here's another Joey Oakey autograph. So Cleveland, another autograph. Michael, I just said we were spreading it out, and then Joey Oakey shows up twice in our autos. This one is not numbered. So the other one was numbered to 99. But a nice Joey Oakey autograph for the Cleveland spot. Ripken on the optic. Chandler Simpson on the Black Disco. Dax Kilby rated prospect for New York on the Blue Laser. There's a Connor Griffin on the Diamond Marvels. That's a nice card. Connor Griffin Diamond Marvels with Pittsburgh. Our rated prospects for this pack: Jones with New York, St. with Seattle, DeBrun with Baltimore, and Andrew Fisher with the Milwaukee Brewers. Euclid, Piazza, Strawberry, Kurtz, Allen, Sosa, Griffey Jr., Brandon Sproat, rookie card for the Brewers. Bumgarner, Roman Anthony on the red, white, and blue for Boston. Peyton Tolley for Boston on the Statue of Liberty rated rookie. Xavier Nayans from Houston, blue and red rated rookie. Blake Mitchell rated prospect for the Statue of Liberty rookie for the Kansas City Royals. Michael Young from Texas on the optic. Josh Hamilton on the blue laser. Marcus Phillips from Boston on the rated prospect optic. And our last rated prospects for this box, box 19, Slade Caldwell with Arizona, King with Washington, Crawford with Philadelphia, and Taylor with Oakland. Hey, we're almost at 3 o'clock, and we are at the last box. So here it is. I'm going to bring up the hit counter just so anybody that's watching, if you watch after this, you can see how close we are. This is pretty crazy. Witt Jr. Skeens tied at 18. If there is a tie and you picked either one of them, you get the win. But Judge is right there at 17 and Miz at 16. So we're going to see what happens here. If you notice, by the way, you can just see under the hit counter, Jeff left the last pack for us to open for a little last pack magic. All right, so here we go, box number 20, the last box. Thanks for sticking with us. How about that Burns auto just for fun? You know what? I think I want to see that card more than almost anything in this box, Scott. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, here we go. Moon Sung on the rated rookie. Sagano, Jung, Jackson, Cruz, Berra, Veritek, Molina, Rivera, Matt Shaw from Chicago on the red, white, and blue. Pie Trainer is going to be the Statue of Liberty from Pittsburgh. Reynel Rodriguez, rated prospect, red and blue. Xavier Nayan, Statue of Liberty, rated prospect, Houston. Jackson Cherry on the optic. Bryce Matthews, Houston, rated rookie, blue laser. Carson Benj on the nice optic card for the Mets. Rated prospects in this pack are going to be Ebel from Milwaukee, Gonzalez from San Francisco, DePaula from LA, and Hall from Cincinnati. Bubba Chandler on the rated rookie for Pittsburgh to start the next pack. Eldridge on the rated rookie from San Fran. Montgomery, Simpson, Howard, Chance, Meyer, Matthews, and Schmidt. Cal Ripken's going to be the red, white, and blue. Going to Baltimore. Cam Smith for Houston on a rocket ship. Jose Canseco, Statue of Liberty. Laviolette for Cleveland on a Statue of Liberty rated prospect. Matsui on the optic. Schmidt on the blue laser for Philly. Arquette, there we go for Goo Baby down there. Arquette on the black disco for Miami. Our rated prospects in this pack, Lombard Jr. for New York, Rodriguez for St. Louis, Cinco for LA, and Mitchell for Kansas City. Perez, Trainer, Young Kim, Canseco, Gooden, Shaw, Wilson, Hamilton. No hit counter so far on that. Sagano for Baltimore on the red, white, and blue. Dwight Gooden for the Statue of Liberty for the Mets. Andrew Painter, rated prospect for Philadelphia on the Statue of Liberty. Luis Hernandez on the rated prospect on the clear card for Donruss, or for San Francisco, sorry. Nice one going out to Timothy C. There's an optic Rhett Lowder for Scott and those Reds. Cam Smith on the black disco for Houston. Salas on the blue laser going to San Diego. Johnny Bench on the Elite Series. That's a new win. Seen that one yet, Scott? The Elite Series, Johnny Bench. That's coming to you and the Reds. Our rated prospects, Kilby with New York, Gamble with Kansas City, Lindsay with LA, and Waldschmidt with Arizona. Lazeri, Savage on the rated rookie. Fisk, Murphy, Moore, DeLauder rated rookie. Vladdy Sr., Jones. There's a Paul Skeens. Uh-oh, is that going to put Skeens out in front for good? Is that the winner? We'll find out. He's at 19. Our total is at 770. So Kenny right now is closest. Nobody's within one, but Kenny is closest. Trevor Hoffman, red, white, and blue for San Diego. Charlie Condon with the Rockets rated prospect. That's a nice one for Colorado. Again, those Rockets seem to be a little bit more rare, at least what I've seen out of the Megas here and what I've seen out of the a few blasters in the hobby. Matt Shaw on the Statue of Liberty for Chicago. A nice Ethan Holiday on the Statue of Liberty. So a couple nice ones for the Colorado spot. Colorado is making up for lost time. Barry Larkin on the optic for the Reds, Scott. And then Tony Perez on the blue laser for the Reds, Scott. Ethan Petrie on the rated prospect for Washington on the optic. And then our rated prospects for this pack, Rojas with Chicago, Voigt with New York, Cunningham with Arizona, and McGonigal with Detroit. Nice Kevin McGonigal. Miggy Cabrera, there's a Miz. Miz trying to stay alive on the hit counter. He goes up to 17 to tie Judge in third place. The number goes to 71. Peyton Tolley with the rated rookie. Tomei, Jimmy Crooks with the rated rookie for St. Louis. David Wright, Anthony, Johnny Bench. Second to last pack here at the end. Felix Hernandez on the red, white, and blue for Seattle. Jacob Wilson with the Statue of Liberty for the A's. Luis Hernandez with San Francisco. A nice Jersey Kings card coming out here. I think Jeff kind of set the packs so that we would hit the two hits at the end. That little drama, I like it. That's a Cam Schlittler Jersey Kings going to that Yankees spot for Jonathan C. So congrats on that. Very nice, Cam Schlittler. There we go. Christian Campbell on the optic for Boston. Randy Johnson, Black Disco for Seattle. Ethan Conrad with a rated prospect, Blue Laser for Chicago. There's a Prince Fielder bomb squad for the Brewers. Rated prospects, Kate Anderson for Seattle, Schultz for Chicago, Pena for Milwaukee, and Daniel Pierce for Tampa Bay. And somehow, guys, we are almost through. There are 6 packs in a box. There are 20 mega boxes. So this is the 120th pack of cards that we have opened today in the last 3 hours. 120. Last pack magic. Here's hoping for it. Let's hope for that Chase Burns auto. If we get a Chase Burns auto, by the way, I'm going to stand up and run around, just so we're clear. My legs might not work that well because I've been sitting here for 3 hours, but we're going to try. It's going to be good. All right, here we go. Last pack. Good luck. Again, thanks for being with us, everybody. Keyshaw, Young, Ripken, Schlittler. There's a Burns, not the autograph, but Chase Burns, Smith, Johnson, Pudge Rodriguez. Our last red, white, and blue is going to be Elston Howard. The Statue of Liberty is Byung-Hyun Kim for Arizona. Alex Lodice, it's not going to be an auto. It's going to be another Jersey King. Alex Lodice, Atlanta, with the Statue of Liberty rated prospect. And our last of our hits, the Roman Anthony Jersey King. So nice name for Boston. Not upset about that if you're Christopher P. But it is not the Chase Burns auto. And Skeens right now still in the lead with these little bit of cards to go. And you want one more, because if you want one more, Scott, you're doubling up. All right. Cade Horton with the optic for Chicago. Hey, not an auto, but there's a Chase Burns on the Black Disco. So I don't know that I came through completely for you on that, but certainly a lot of Reds cards. Steele Hall for Cincinnati as well. So there you go. You got a Steele Hall on the rated prospect, Blue Laser. So finishing off strong, Scott. Jacob Wilson with the A's, and our last of the rated prospects, Salas with San Diego, Conrad with Chicago, Quick with Minnesota, and the last card of 2,400 cards, Caden Bodine, Baltimore. You know what? Mr. Irrelevant gets sleeved and top loaded. That's happening. Caden Bodine, the final card of all of these. All right. That was it, guys. We did it. Let's look at the hit counter and see where we're at. So in the end, it was Skeens with the 19. So Skeens at 19 wins it. That means that Bill, so Roboys, Scott, Matt, that's Goo Baby, and Kenny, you guys all get a leprechaun. So you're going to get a leprechaun. You're going to see what that looks like in a second here. And then Kenny had 72, so he's within 1. So he's the closest. He gets a second leprechaun in the race, again, to win these 3 packs. Okay? We are also going to be running a giveaway for our buyers shortly. So anybody that has spotted has a chance to win one of these packs. Now, there aren't a whole lot of people that are hanging out in the eBay Live right now. Scott, I know you're there. So if anybody in eBay Live wants me to run a live item, let me know. We've got packs, we've got slabs, we've got progressive lots, we've got oversized mosaic stained glass. You can let me know that. But what I want to do first is a quick recap of what Jeff sorted out for me. And then we're going to, and I think I've just got Jersey Kings and autographs and numbered. Is that accurate? Okay. All right. So I'm going to do the recap, and then we'll run our races and see who gets some free stuff. So we're just, this was our Mr. Irrelevant, the last card of 2,400, Caden Bodine for Baltimore. These are our numbered cards. That's Gavin Keelan for San Francisco. That's out of 99. Carter Johnson is going to be out of 69. James Wood is out of 99. Hyung-Sung Kim is going to be out of 249. Pat Murphy out of 249. Bobby Witt on that Unleashed out of 149. Chase Burns out of 249. A.J. Russell out of 249. Zach Root out of 249. Sungjoon Kim from Texas is going to be out of 69. Laviolette out of 249. Sean Gamble on that purple out of 99. And Hela Cunha is out of 249. Here's what's crazy, guys. This, I guess it's a Donruss card. That one is Chicago on both sides. And then that Josh Hamilton bomb squad that is numbered out of 35. All right, those are our numbered cards. Let's go to our Jersey Kings. There's a bunch of them. Roman Anthony with Boston, Cam Schlittler with New York, JoJo Parker with Toronto, Paul Skeens with Pittsburgh. Cade Horton with Chicago. Cam Smith with Houston. Kyson Witherspoon with Boston. Philadelphia's Aiden Miller. Seth Hernandez with Pittsburgh. Cincinnati, Steele Hall. That's Scott. Bryce Brenner with Detroit. Tampa Bay with Chandler Simpson. Nick Kurtz with Oakland. New York with Carson Benz. San Francisco, Gavin Keelan. Oakland, Jamie Arnold. Luis Pena with the Brewers. Colorado's got Ethan Holiday. Billy Carlson with Chicago. San Francisco, Bryce Eldridge. Los Angeles, DePaula. Matt Shaw with Chicago. Minnesota's got Keyshaw. Washington, Dylan Cruz. Tyler Bremner for Los Angeles. New York's George Lombard Jr. Zaire Hope with Los Angeles. Jesus Made, #1 prospect in all baseball for the Brewers. Boston's Peyton Tolley. And then Aaron Judge to close out the Jersey Kings. And then our last of the recap is our autographs. Adrian Santana out of 99 for Tampa. Joey Okie out of 99 for Cleveland. Joey Okie. Chase Davis for St. Louis. Blake Mitchell out of 99 for KC. Chase Dollander out for Colorado. Noble Meyer for Miami. Nick Kurtz out of 25. That might have been the best hit we had right there. Jaron DeBerry from Milwaukee. And then Cobb Hightower out of 99. So there you go. There it is. We have to run a couple Leprechaun races here. Okay, so we're going to start with our, and I'm going to show you what this, 2 Chase autos, but not Burns. I'm sorry, Scott. That would have been nice if we'd have gotten one of those chases in there. All right, so here's what we're going to show you guys. So we run a Leprechaun race here, and it'll show up on screen. This is our buyer's giveaway. So anybody with a spot has got their name in here. All right, so there's 31 because we did have the Homestead Grays and the Stanford spot, so that those Josh Gibson cards. So we're going to run this for 20 seconds since there was 20 mega boxes. So anybody that had a spot, there's 31 Leprechauns here. We're going to run this. I'm going to shuffle it 3 times. And if you get first, second, or third, you're going to get one of these packs sent to you with your stuff. So good luck. Hard to see anybody jumping out right now. Chip J on a run. Will he hold it? It does look like Chip J is going to get the lead or the win here. So Chip J takes home the win. So Chip is going to get one of these Topps 2026 Series 2 packs. Mike R. And again, this is just a thank you to you guys for buying into these spots. Mike's going to get a pack. And then Brandon Q, who I believe had Pittsburgh and did very well, is going to also add a pack. All right. So now I'm going to clear those off the screen because we have one more race to run, and that is the race with the hit counter. So we're going to give away 2 packs here, and there's only 6 entries. So you got a decent shot. All right. We're getting, again, I got to get to the settings here. Clear that list. All right, so I'll bring this up. You can see it, 6 spots. So Scott, you've got 2. Roboys has got 1. Matt's got 1, and Kenny's got 2. So Kenny got 2 on the hit counter. Scott, you got 1 on the hit counter, but then you got 1 for, bringing in good information and chatting. And so you got that. So 6 total. We're going to run it for 20 seconds. Here's what we're going to do. Right now, my plan is Series 2 is going to be the winner, and Update is going to be second place. But if the winner is in here, they can pick which one they want. So Scott, if you win this thing and you're still in here, you get to pick which one you want. So I'm going to shuffle it twice, and good luck. I'll tell you what, Scott. Well, if anybody else is in here and you win, so if we got Bill from Roboys, or if Kenny's in here, if you guys win or get second and you're in here, I'll let you pick which pack you're going to get. Oh, Scott, it did not look it played out for you on that one. Oh, Scott, you were 4th and 5th. Ooh, Jeff's working magic, though. But guess what, Scott? Surprise. Hold on, let me write these down. So Kenny is going to get the Series 2. Matt S. is going to get the Update. You, not last, he says. Here's the magic of having Jeff hanging around. Even though, and I'm going to get this off of there, even though you took 4th, we're going to send you this pack as well, just as a thanks for being engaged with us the whole time and being a part of it. So thank you again for chatting with me the whole time and keeping me busy. It's a lot of cards to go through, so it was nice to have some good company. And some of the other guys that jumped in, Goo Baby down in the YouTube chat, and we saw some others that I appreciate you guys. So that is the case break. Yeah, thank you again. I hope you enjoy them. We'll get them shipped out very shortly. We have more breaks coming up. Check out eBay, find those spots. Go to Card Lines. Again, we're really building into this eBay Live element too. So if you know people that like to buy on those live shows, let them know. We're trying to run some stuff. We're running them with breaks. Eventually, we may get to where we're just running some live shows, and we're just auctioning off different cards at that point, but and packs. But again, just trying to engage with our community as best we can. Keep growing Card Lines. It's a fantastic company, great people, and it's better because you guys are a part of it as well. So thanks for buying in. Thanks for being with us. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. Yeah. See you the next time, guys. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.